But can do it here. Swinging a drive. Deep center field. Going back is Scott. And that one is gone. This game is tied at 6. Harden drives in. Harden. And it's rejected by Flag. Flag recovers it. Flag driving. He might go coast to coast. Gives it to Nembhard in the corner. Nembhard for 3. Bang! For 3. Ryan Nembhard makes it a 20-point lead. Hands it off. Rodriguez up the middle. Touchdown, Commanders! Rodriguez with the touchdown run. Chris Rodriguez Jr. straight up the middle. Touchdown! Welcome in, everybody, to District Nation. Welcome in, everybody. It is a Wednesday afternoon, and the Washington Nationals will play their final game in Boston and the final game of this short road trip before they head home for a 3-series road stand before we hit the All-Star break. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday afternoon for some matinee baseball right here on District Nation. The Nationals are coming up to a series that they could possibly take that has had a good amount of ups and downs here. Game 1, the Nationals can't take the series. Game 2, they take it behind an electric start from Cade Cavalli. Cade Cavalli, 7 innings, 13 strikeouts. One of the best starts we've ever seen from a Nationals pitcher these past few years, where the pitching hasn't really been there. And Cade Cavalli decided he was going to show up today. And he showed up yesterday and had 7 innings of great work. So really proud of what Cavalli did. I'm really great that the team was able to get behind him. They put up runs in that 8th inning, very eventful 8th inning. Got the win, satisfies it. Only need 2 arms out of the pen in Orlando Ribalta and Zach Kent. So those 2 guys were able to take it. And 3 pitchers, and those 2 guys who worked yesterday could possibly work today if we need them. Looks like, first off, looking for an afternoon game. And then Mrs. C here signed out after the game last night. Watched the rest of your program this morning. What a great surprise. Can we pull it off again? Oh, yeah, good thing. The Nationals get the win in a good series. Try to take this series. That'd be really great. Take another road series after taking one from the Orioles and come home on good footing. That'd be really nice for this team, for a team that could use a few series wins. So let's see if they can do it. As we are ready to get underway here, we got a few minutes until first pitch. I'm just noticing now I didn't put in the umpire, so I'm going to figure that out now as we get ready. But the Nationals, Game 3 against the Red Sox, who are once again 10 games under 500. This is a team that has not been good. The Red Sox have not been good. They have a few stars on their team that you see. There are a few players that are just good. But at the same time, there aren't too many guys who are good. They're not stars who are hitting home runs. This Nationals offense is really fueled. They don't hit a lot of home runs, but at the same time, they score runs. I mean, they're 5th in home runs, they're 1st in runs, so they're doing something right. A team that was not good last year either. The Nationals had no chances of being in the playoffs last year. No one thought they'd be in the playoffs this year, and now they're actually making noise, and there's a tiny little chance this team could be making some noise at the end of the season. We are now into July, and we are still a game over 5. This team, sure, they've fallen a little bit from where they were at the beginning of June when they were 4 or 5 games over 5. They had a little losing time. Here we are now, getting back to where we were, getting back to where we started from. I'm seeing shades of the team that we knew. We're seeing this team come back. I mean, Abrams is going to be an all-star starter. He's not in the order today. James Wood is going to be an all-star. Foster Griffin will probably be an all-star from what he's been doing. Griffin is making a late push, and I love what he's doing. Louis is making a late push to be an all-star. We could possibly have 4 all-stars this year. I thought maybe Meade could make an all-star push, but Luis Garcia Jr. is the one who's starting to make a push. This guy is looking significantly better. He showed it off last night with some RBIs. I mean, in that game, he pinch hits and still gets 2 RBIs. He has a double that drives in 2. The guy he pinch hit for was Chaparro. Chaparro once again finds himself in the 3-hole today. Chaparro's been getting a lot of work this week as the Nationals have been facing a lot of lefties starters. Today they see Peyton Tole take the mound for the Sox. The Nationals had Andrew Alvarez ready to start this game. They were set to have Awesome Andrew take the mound, but it looks like Awesome Andrew is going to be a reliever, a long reliever in this game. Brad Lord is given the role of the start for today's game. The question's got to be now, how long are we expecting out of this guy? Are we going to go a type of opener that P.J. Pullen would have? Or would we have the type of game that Brad Lord would have? So here we go, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mrs. C asked, did we bring up 2 new pitchers from AAA? Mrs. C, that was a couple of days ago. That was, I think, 2 days ago when Richard Lovelady and Mitchell Parker went down. Sadly, Parker's going to get Tommy John. but the call-ups are not bad. You get Riley Cornelio, Can of Cornelio is coming up from AAA, and Carson Palmquist is recalled. So Palmquist, a good opener, a guy who can come out of the pen. So I'd like to see what he does. I mean, a 2.70 ERA so far because he's only worked 3 1/3 this year, but 3 strikeouts over that time, and he did well in that outing. Carson Palmquist did very well. It was almost a scoreless outing, but the bullpen didn't really back him up, so those earned runs that were to him were in fact given up. But on the other side today, Brad Lord will take the mound for the Nationals, a guy who last year was a starter. That's the thing. Last year, Brad Lord was not a bulk starter, was not a bulk reliever. He was starting games. I mean, and he was working kind of less than Alvarez, not really like Alvarez. Instead, I mean, in his starts, he didn't start in May or June, but in July, he starts getting starts. His first start on July 22nd, he works 4 innings. Some of his longer starts, he worked 6 innings on August 14th last year, 7 hits, 2 runs. This is a guy who can work bulk. Mrs. C says, thanks for keeping me up to date. Oh, yes, if you have any questions, be sure to ask them, and I can help you out. But he wasn't a short pitcher. He'd been up to 6 innings last year. In September, he worked 27 innings total, averaging about 5-6 innings per outing, which was amazing. This is not a guy who works a good amount of low innings. I mean, this year hasn't worked more than 3 or 4 innings. But today, how many innings are the Nationals expecting out of him? This season, he gets called up at the beginning. 2 1/3 worked against the Cubs in that first series. He works 3. Let's see, how many is the most innings he's worked this year, though? It is 3, but he hasn't been given a starter role. This is going to be his first start of the year against the team. He hasn't had an opener strategy. He hasn't had any of that. And they're going to try with Brad Lord today. The Bull is going to get an opener strategy. I liked the Bull last year. The Bull was a reliable starter last year, and he was a good bullpen arm. This year, he's our best bullpen arm. So are they really going to try to fit him into the rotation? Is Brad Lord opening, or is Brad Lord taking Alvarez's spot in the rotation? That is my question, because look at the rotation right now. It's Michaelis, Cavalli, Foster, or not Foster. The 3 spot is the Austin Andrews slot, and then you have the 4 spot belonging to Foster, and the 5 spot goes to Littell. So those are your spots, and we're going to have to take a quick minute here. I need to jump off camera for a second. We'll be back in just a second. Give me a second here, everybody. I apologize. I forgot my water upstairs. I'll be back in just a second. Sorry about that, everybody. Just forgot my water upstairs. As you guys know, I like sipping water during broadcasts, so I kind of need that. That's an important thing to me. But here we go. We were on the topic of Brad Lord. This year, Brad Lord has been good. He had 1 shaky start. 1 shaky outing this year, and it was against Philly in that 1 game. This year, the stats are not bad. That's the thing. I've been trying to tell people his stats are not that bad. This year, he has a 3.31 ERA, as opposed to a 4.34 last year as a starter. So being out of the bullpen has worked for the man. So here we go. We're going to get started with the starting lineups here. We're 2 minutes away from them taking the field. So let's get going now with today's starting lineups in batting order. Here we go. So let's get started first with the home team. That is the Boston Red Sox. They're 37-47. They're dead last in the AL East, and they're 13 games behind. In game 85 of their season, they're the home team here at Fenway. Leading off is going to be Anthony Siegler, the second baseman. Batting second is Ceddanne Rafaela, the center fielder. Batting third and right field is going to be Wilyer Abreu. Batting fourth is Wilson Contreras, the first baseman. Batting fifth is going to be Romy Gonzalez, the designated hitter. Batting sixth is Caleb Durbin, the third baseman. Batting seventh is going to be Nate Eaton, the left fielder. Batting eighth is going to be Andrew Monasterio, the shortstop. And batting ninth is Connor Wong, the catcher. And on the mound for the Red Sox today is going to be Peyton Tolle. He has a 4-5 record with a 2.78 over 71 and a third innings worked, 69 strikeouts. He doesn't strike out too many guys, but he still has strikeouts. So there you go. Once again for the Red Sox, that's Siegler, Rafaela, Abreu, Contreras, Gonzalez, Durbin, Eaton, Monasterio, Wong, with Tolle on the mound. So here we go, everybody. Let's get going here. And now, starting lineup for your Washington Nationals for manager Blake Butera. Leading off, the left fielder, number 29, James Wood. Batting second, the third baseman, number 45, Curtis Mead. Batting third, the first baseman, number 87, Andres Chaparro. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 3, Dylan Cruz. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 4, Dalen Lyle. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 30, Jacob Young. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 84, Jorbit Vivas. And batting eighth, the shortstop, number 26, Nasim Nunez. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 14, Drew Millis. And on the mound for your Washington Nationals, number 41, Brad Lord, the Bull. And that is the starting lineup for your Washington Nationals. There we go, everybody. The Bull takes the mound for the Nationals. I'm excited to see the Bull get to work. Red Sox are going to take the field first as this game is in Fenway for the third game of a 3-game series here in Boston. So quickly at the NL East standings right here. Atlanta's in first at 49 and 34. Philly's in second at 48 and 38. Third place is Miami at 46 and 40. The Nationals are 44 and 43. They're in fourth now, and in dead last is the New York Mets at 36 and 50. I mean, I think they're going to be there for a while. That's my opinion. I think they're going to be in dead last for a little while. As we're ready to get going here, looks like Nationals are 100% of the poll right now. Let's go, Nationals winning. Here you go, everybody. We're about to get started here. Red Sox getting onto the field. We'll see what uniforms they're wearing, what uniforms the Nats are wearing. It's going to be 92 degrees at first pitch here. It's going to be a steamy one with some clouds in the sky. Humidity seems rough, but this is Boston. This is not D.C. D.C., it's going to be hot. I think it's into the 100 tomorrow, but that's some heavy weather. Excited for that, though. Get to hang out at the pool with the off day for the Nationals. We'll be back on Friday. And I don't know what my schedule will be this weekend as we're ready to get underway here. The players are warming up. Looks like it's going to be the home whites for the Red Sox, red and blue trim. Here's the first pitch from Peyton Tolle to James Wood, and that's inside ball one. And we're underway here just a few minutes late at 1:37 p.m. to the 263 hitting Wood. Tolle on the mound for the Red Sox. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0 to James Wood. Wood swinging a ground ball, foul, will be a 1-1 count. Beautiful day here at Fenway, though. Afternoon baseball at Fenway Park. I don't often watch an afternoon game here. Wood, Mead, and Chapar are going to get it going for the Nats here in the top of the first. Hopefully they can get some early runs here. One of the league leaders in early runs in the first inning, and Wood swinging a miss at a cutter up in the zone. It'll be a 1-2 count. He can't hit that one. Let's look a little bit at Peyton Tolle now. 13th start of the season. He has a 4-5 record with a sub-3 ERA at 2.78. Here's the pitch. Low and out with a curveball, ball 2, so it'll be a 2-2 count now. James Wood, Peyton Tolle, two lefties here for this game. Tolle is wearing the Red Sox blue cap with a red and white B on their hat. That's all they got. Nationals probably going to wear their normal road caps. The 2-2, and Wood fouls that one off. Just a dribbler down the third base line, and we'll do 2-2 again here. Excited to see how the Bull does in an opening role. Maybe the Bull becomes our opener for lefties, and he'll maybe even take a starter role. Because I like Austin Andrew out of the pen because he works a good 4 innings almost every time. But do we want a starter who we guarantee have to go to a reliever? Here's the 2-2 to Wood. Swinging a miss and a 97-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone. And Wood is down swinging. James Wood, league leader in strikeouts as a hitter. Something you never want to lead in. But that's what he leads in. So that's the one thing. Wood happens to be at the top of the league of that and hard hit balls. So kind of bipolar when it comes to that. He can hit a ball hard or he can just completely miss it. There's no in between when it comes to James Wood. Now to be Curtis Mead here with one out against Tolle. Mead here hits from the right side to face lefty Tolle. Tolle's got a few righties he has to face in this game. Here's the pitch to Mead. Mead swings and fouls this one back on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So it'll be an 0-1 count now. 0-1 here in the top of the first, or 1 out here in the top of the first to Curtis Mead, the 223 hitter. Here's the 0-1 to Mead. Mead takes a 4-seamer upstairs for ball 1, so it'll be a 1-1 count. I think you'd call Mead a little bit of a journeyman here. Been a couple teams now. Mead was not drafted or developed by the Nats. He started with the White Sox is where we got him from, but he started his baseball career at the Rays as that cutter is low outside ball 2 with an 88-mile-an-hour cutter. He started it with the Phillies, then goes to the Rays, and then ends up in the Rays organization for a little while. I mean, up to 2025, and then heads to the White Sox mid-2025. Here's the 2-1. And Meade crushes this one. Out to center. Going back to center fielder Raphael. Onto the track at the wall. And it's off the wall. Goes off the wall hard. Meade is going to jog in a second. Left fielder Eaton has to chase it. Meade's going to round second. Head for third. And he'll stop there. Curtis Meade with a triple here with one out in the top of the first. Curtis Meade delivers. There you go, a triple off the center field wall. Rafaela was chasing after that. He's kind of an apotaco with that one. Kind of the awkward area of right center that bends for the bullpen. Comes a little shorter, and it goes off the edge of the wall. Rafaela missed it, and it bounced. Right fielder Abreu had to go chase after it. That wasn't even Nate Eaton, and Meade able to jog his way to third after rounding second. So now the Nationals are in business here offensively. Here's the pitch to Chaparro, and he swings and misses at a high pitch. It's 0-1 count. You doing Dinger of the Day today? Oh, yes, we're doing Dinger of the Day. Put your Dinger of the Day in the chat, everybody. Red Sox or National, but put at least who you're rooting for. So you only put one. The 0-1, and Chaparro takes a fastball inside, ball one. Honeymead delivers. Yes, Honeymead delivers with a triple here with one out in the top of the first. Chaparro's hitting 156 this season, but he only really gets ABs against the lefties. Never hits against a righty, and he's immediately pinch hit for. Here's the 1-1. And Chaparro with a drive. Out to left. This one's out of here, and that one is gone over the Green Monster, and the Nationals immediately lead. It's a 2-0 game. Watch it fly. Andres Chaparro, 106.1, 396 off the bat. We were just talking about that average is low, and he doesn't have any bombs. He's got one now over the Green Monster, and it's 2-0 here in the top of the first. More first-inning runs for the Nationals. They do it again. Andres Chaparro has done it again, and he finds his signature moment here in Boston with a Green Monster bomb. It's now 2-0 here in the top of the first. N-A-T-S, Nats, woo! We'll get our next NATS after this pitch as Tole's going to go into the wind. Here's the pitch to Dylan Cruz. And Cruz takes a pitch outside, ball one. So here we go. We'll do another one here, everybody. N-A-T-S, Nats, woo! So now Tole into the wind. Here's the 1-0 to Dylan Cruz. And Cruz takes a changeup in the dirt ball, too. Cruz in the cleanup hole for today's game. Well, I didn't have Chaparro on my dance card for dingers. Oh, yes. Chaparro sends one out to deepest part of the left field and gets it over the Green Monster for a bomb here in the top of the first. I didn't want him in the 3-hole today. Now I do. Here's the 2-0 to Cruz. And now Cruz swinging a miss and a 95-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone, so it's a 2-1 count. Chaparro is a guy who's in the order for one reason, and the reason is to try to do that. That's the one reason he's in the order. The 2-1 and Cruz swinging a miss at another high fastball. Be a 2-2. Mr. C votes again for Wood. Or Mr. C votes again for Wood. Okay. Hey, Mr. C. If he's not there, tell him I say hi. But thanks to Mr. C for putting in a dinger of the day. But Chaparro was not the guy I thought would do it. Here's the 2-2 to Cruz. And Cruz takes a fastball inside, ball three, so it's a 3-2 count now. The hypothetical runner on first will be on the move. Tell anyone who doesn't know, when I say that, that really means there's no runners on base. 3-2, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Cruz. And Cruz takes a cutter high and out, ball four. So Tole had a sub-3 ERA coming in, and now he's going to let 3 consecutive runners on base here in the top of the first, and it's a 2-0 game. Andres Chaparro delivers on this afternoon game. Wow, Chaparro sends it out of here. Gets it started early. He gets a bomb. The one reason he's in the 3-hole is to try to elevate to celebrate. So an early mound visit here to Peyton Tole with Cruz standing at first with 1 out. Only 1 gone. So it looks like Awesome Andrew's in the bullpen right now, but Riley Cornelio is standing with the starters. Cavalli lit fire to the team. What's up, Curly W Express? Yes, he did with that outing. That was fire. Mrs. C votes CJ Abrams. Oh, that's awesome. Abrams is your guy. I would say I was thinking Chaparro, but I had no reason to think Chaparro. The only thing, I thought he'd get a hit maybe because of the fact that we're facing a lefty. I thought he'd get a knock, not a home run. Don't play with y'all food. Yep. We're in the first, though. So for now, let's just get runs on the board. We haven't even seen Brad Lord pitch. Here's the pitch, and Tole will go back over to first. In with a dive as Cruz. Contreras just lays a quick tag. So that's the first disengagement by Peyton Tole. Peyton Tole had a good start to the season so far. The Nationals are going to get to him early, though, on this matinee afternoon game. Here's now the pitch to Dalen Lyle. Lyle takes a cutter that cuts back into the zone, and it's an 0-1 count. So 0-1 here with one out in the top of the first inning. Coming set is Tole. He waits. Now here comes the 0-1 to Dalen Lyle. The pitch. And Lyle swings and hits this one out to right, but Wilyer Abreu's going to be under this one, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So there's 2 outs now. Cruz retreats back to first on the play. That was Wilyer Abreu out there in right for out number 2. So 2 outs here in the top of the first. I'd say quickly, but it's not really. Maybe a lot of guys have sunglasses on here, so I think at least the outfielders going to have some problems here with the sun. One thing here is that Jarren Duran is not in the order. As coming set is Tole. Here's the pitch to J.Y. the Big Fly. And Young swings and slaps this one into left center. That's going to plug the gap. Rounding second, headed for third is Cruz. The throw's going to be towards third. Cruz will slide in there safely. So Jacob Young delivers, and he's up to second on the play. Now there's 2 runners in scoring position with 2 out. Jacob Young delivers in the 6th hole with a base knock. Let's see if they give him a double. I want to know if they do because he plugged that gap. Cruz was on the move to third. He had his eyes set on third the entire time. I don't know about Young, though. Maybe he advanced on the play and they'll only give him a single. But Cruz able to slide into third. I think they're going to give him a double here. That's Young's 10th double of the season. That'll be Jordan Vivas here with 2 outs, who's no stranger to RBIs. Now runners at second and third for Vivas. Vivas takes a sinker inside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count here. But Jacob Young, a guy who's been just getting limited starts here, he kind of plays 2 out of 3 games, or 3 out of 4. I'd say more like 3 out of 4, and he's taking up that role and running with it, though. So he's doing well here. 258 average for Vivas. Here's 3 home run hitter, and he grounds this one right to the second baseman, Siegler, though, and he will go to first in time for the out. So the Nationals strand 2 in scoring position. But Andres Chaparro doesn't strand 1 in scoring position. Andres Chaparro goes yard. The Nationals start this game off with 2 on the board. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 runners left at second and third. Wed to the bottom of the first. It's the Nationals 2. Boston coming up right here on District Nation. Live play-by-play. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's broadcast. Hope everyone likes this hat, though. I'll let you go back to this screen. This is a giveaway, I think, from 2018. A Curly W... what do you call this? Trucker cap. Curly W trucker cap that I got at a giveaway. We only have 2 of them. My family only has 2 of them. I had to grab one because it's an awesome hat and it's good for 4th of July. It's one of the hats. It's not the exact game hat, but it's a variation of a hat the Nationals wore in game. I think it's just kind of a really cool hat. I think it's a really cool hat, low quality, but I'm going to wear it. So here you go, everybody. Haven't put this on screen just yet. Go vote CJ Abrams. Mrs. C voted her for the home run competition, or voted him for the home run competition. Go vote him for All-Star now. Voting ends tomorrow. So go vote tomorrow because we're going to find out on Saturday who the All-Stars are. Get this man in the All-Star game. Currently, he's winning in the polls, but we need to vote him. I voted him this morning. I will vote him with a bunch more emails, but those are his stuff. Those are your numbers. If I haven't told you just yet, Abrams is in second in average among shortstops. First place isn't even the guy he's running against. Otto Lopez is not in the running to be an All-Star. He's the guy in first place. And CJ Abrams is first in homers, first in RBIs, and first in OPS. Therefore, between the guy he's running, he's in first in everything. There's one stat he's not, and a contact machine is there. And for now, you can't vote Otto Lopez. So pull out your phone, scan the QR code, or go to MLB.com/vote so you can put your vote in. Let your voice be heard here before the All-Star game as we head to the bottom of the first, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, Anthony Siegler will lead it off here for the Red Sox against the Bull, Brad Lord, taking the mound for the Nationals. B. Lord will take the mound. The Bull will take the mound here. Lord in the line. First pitch. And that is in there. Called. Strike 1 on the outside corner with a 90-mile-an-hour sinker. Lord, 25 games this season, a 5-1 record with a 3.31 ERA over 54 in the third innings, 18 walks and 51 Ks. The 0-1 swinging a miss and a 91-mile-an-hour pitch in there. It's an 0-2 count now. So 0-2 here with no outs in the bottom of the first. Brad Lord's going to run the opener strategy today, or they let him work a few innings. Let Lord ride a little bit. Let him loosen up. Let him try to get some outs on the board. Help out the team a little bit. So Lord, I've always liked Lord. Big fan of Brad Lord, the Bull. Here comes the pitch from the Bull to Siegler. Low and out with a slider, ball one, so to be a 1-2 count. His strikeout rate's high as well, and he gets a lot of outs. He gets efficient outs. He had that one spotty outing against Philly. Other than that, he's been great this season. Siegler, limited ABs. He has a 350 average this year. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a fly ball, foul. We'll do 1-2 again. I mean, Siegler just been good. He's been a good contact hitter. I'd say that. 350 average in his time, 255 career. I mean, last season he got some ABs in 2025 with Milwaukee, 34 games with a 194 average. This year is a 350 with Boston. The 1-2, swinging a fly ball, foul again, third base side, so we'll do 1-2 again. Lord, trying to put him away here. I mean, he was bumped up and down. He was in Worcester. He was optioned there after going there for a rehab assignment. The trade was Kyle Harrison, though. It involved Kyle Harrison. Here's the 1-2. Low and out with a sweeper, ball two, so to be a 2-2 count. Kyle Harrison, Shane Drohan, David Hamilton to the Brewers for Caleb Durbin, Andrew Monasterio, Anthony Siegler, and future considerations. I think we know who won that trade. Kyle Harrison has been great. The 2-2, swinging a jam shot foul, and we'll do 2-2 again. But Siegler's starting to produce a little bit for this Red Sox team. I guess maybe the Red Sox are a little bit happy about that trade, but Kyle Harrison would be their ace right about now if he was still in Boston. So we had 2-2 here. Lord now at 7 pitches just to his first hitter. Here comes the 2-2. Swinging a foul again. So Siegler's being scrappy here, working up the pitch count, just fouling pitches off. So do 2-2 again here. But the Bull is no stranger to having high pitch counts. Either he's willing to work, he's willing to do that. We saw 6 innings of work last year, so maybe he's in the setting where he can try to be a starter today. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a foul off again, so that's pitch 9. Just can't put him away here. Yesterday, Siegler was also in the leadoff spot. He struck out twice. He had a double, and then he struck out twice and grounded out. Both were swinging. It was Cavalli's strikeout number 5 and strikeout number 10. It'd be a 2-2 here. Lowered into the wind. The 2-2 to Siegler. Swinging a foul off again. So Cavalli, his one hit given up was Anthony Siegler. And Anthony Siegler's one run of the game was unearned because it was off an error that he scored. Error by Curtis Mead should have ended the inning. Instead, Siegler scores after Mead makes the error. Lord shakes off here. I bet he goes to the sweeper low and out. Try to get him to chase swing or go back door. The 2-2 to Siegler. Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman Nunez. So that's Vivas there. He'll flip it up to first in time for out number 1. So Lord gets the ground out. That's Vivas over there. Second, Vivas charged in hard and flipped it up to Chaparro. Lord up first arranged over. Looks like Lord might go after the ball. Instead, Vivas calls him off and makes the play. I'm confused here, but Nunez is at short today because Abrams is not in the order today. Meads at third, Andres Chaparro at first. The DH in today's game is Dalen Lyle. Woods in left, Jacob Young in center, and DC Cruz in right. As now it'll be Sinan or Rafaela. Here's the first pitch from the Bull. That is in there, called strike one with a 93-mile-an-hour sinker. It'd be a 1 count here. 0-1 here with 1 out. Brad Lord taking the mound for the Nats. He's already at 12 pitches, though, so that count looking a little bit high here in the first. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a fly ball, foul, and we'll go 2 here. That's the thing with Lord. The reason is he's been moved to the pen this year. You'll notice the pitch count is still kind of high because they do foul him off. He uses a lot of pitches to put hitters away. Same with Awesome Andrew. You'll see that from him, too. We know 2 here. Lord works out of the wind here. A bullpen arm out of the wind. That's also good, too. The 0-2. Swing and a miss at a slider low and away. The Bull puts him away with a slider low and away. And Rafaela chased that one. That was nasty. That had some sort of movement on it. 85 miles an hour way out of the zone. And Rafaela's down swinging. It's now a 2-0 game. Rafaela down on 3 pitches after the long AB from Anthony Siegler. So they'll now bring up Wilyer Abreu here with 2 outs. Lord, the Bull. Wearing just number 41 on the mound. He goes into the line. Here's the first pitch to Wilyer Abreu. And that's going to sweep into the zone with that sweeper, and it's an 0-1 count. Started outside and swept right back into the zone. It's an 0-1 count. 268 average for Abreu. 10 home runs this season. 39 runs driven in. We 0-1 here from Lord. Here's the pitch. That's outside. Ball 1 with a changeup, so to be a 1-1 count. I bet what they'll try to do is kind of do the piggyback strategy, I think they call it. Piggyback strategy where Lord works 4, and then Andrew Alvarez works 4, and you get 8 innings out of it. So 2 starters. Here's the 1-1. In there, called. Strike 2 the sinker. It's good. Instead of trying to replace Irvin with 1 guy, we're kind of doing a Billy Bean here. Recreate him through 2. Get the good strikeout stuff of Austin Andrew with the length, the longevity, or the word, let's just think length, and the 1-2 is fouled off. The length from Lord as well as the strikeout stuff from Alvarez string together 6 or 7 innings, and the bullpen can work for there. I think this bullpen does look a little different than it did at the beginning of the season, though. Riley Cornelio's up in the bigs, Carson Palmquist, Justin Lawrence, a little bit different than it even looked last week. This bullpen changes every day. So it'll be a 1-2 here. Lord into the wind. The 1-2 to Abreu. In the dirt, ball 2. The sweeper. So it'll be a 2-2 count. I mean, looking at the bullpen real quickly, this series at least, Michaelis worked 7 on the game on Friday. Kent didn't give up any runs. On Saturday, Robalto didn't give any runs. And Kent didn't give any runs. You know what that means? Through 2 games, the bullpen's scoreless. So that's only through 2 games, but it happened for a little while. The 2-2 to Lord. Swinging a chop right back to Lord, off of Lord, and that's going to go, and that'll be a base hit. So Wilyer Abreu hits that one right up the middle, and it goes off of Brad Lord, so that'll be a base hit here with 2 outs. I don't think they were giving an error because it went off of him. So here with 2 outs, that goes off of Lord, hit right back to him. I mean, that's just an unfortunate play. Lord, it's not like a pitcher's expected to make that play. And it's not like he's expected to get out of the way. He was trying to get out of the way. He didn't angle it right, and it just went right off of him for a base knock. So now that'll bring up Wilson Contreras now, and that's low ball 1 with a fastball in 92. Wilson Contreras was a part of that scuffle yesterday with Cade Cavalli. A big part of it was Contreras getting heated up. It was main between Contreras and Cavalli. Here comes the 1-0. From Brad Lord. That's low ball 2. I'm hoping that Austin Andrew didn't get injured during that time because he looked angry yesterday. He looked very angry, but I'm hoping that Austin Andrew, of all people, is okay because you don't want another starter going down. We're lucky. We have 6 guys. We have 6 starters right now. So it is 95 degrees now. 92 was first pitch, but that's an afternoon baseball game. You know from the summer. The 2-0 is high ball 3 with a sinker, so it'll be a 3-0 count here. Contreras being patient here, and he takes 3 pitches immediately. So it'll be a 3-0 count now. B. Lord on the mound. The Bull is the man for the Nationals. With a runner at first here with 2 outs. Lord comes set. He now has to work out of the stretch. He delivers to Contreras, and Contreras takes a fastball outside, ball 4. So a quick walk drawn will put runners at first and second here with 2 outs. And that'll now bring up Romy Gonzalez here with 2 outs. Yesterday, Gonzalez was starting at the DH position as well, and he was 1 for 3 on the day. So 2 outs here. Now Simon Matthews will come out here and visit Brad Lord really quickly. Here with 2 outs. So 2 outs here, bottom of the first inning. On deck is Caleb Durbin as well, but I hope you don't get to Durbin in the first. Get out Romy right here. Simon Matthews gave him a quick pit stop, though. I'm wondering, is Austin Andrew already in the bullpen warming up? I wonder if Andrew Alvarez is going to come in an inning or so, because Brad Lord's at 24 pitches. Also, just so you know, he's at 24 pitches here with 2 outs, so he still needs a few to get this guy out. Or he can get 1 pitch, 1 out. That'd be really nice, too. So 66 runs have been scored by the Nationals in the first inning, so yet another first inning run for the boys. Lord sets. The pitch to Romy Gonzalez. That's in there, called strike 1 with a sinker. So be no 1 count here with 2 outs. 143 average, no home runs, no runs driven in, and a 286 OPS. So be no 1 here. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. Swinging a chopper, foul, and it'll be 0-2. That one just foul down the third base line. So it'll be 0-2 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Chaparro talking over there to Contreras. And Chaparro, another guy. I think Chaparro's from Venezuela. I don't know, though. Ruiz was the one guy who was talking to Contreras yesterday. Lord, come set. The Bull getting ready to work. Here's the 0-2 to Romy Gonzalez. He delivers. Swinging a foul off again, so it's 0-2. These guys have been fouling off a lot of pitches. A very scrappy Red Sox order today. So 2 here with 2 outs. The 0-2 here. Lord sets. Here's the 0-2 here to Gonzalez. Low and out, ball 1, so we have a 1-2 count now. 1-2 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. So Hunter Wendelstedt is our guy behind the play. Vic Carapaz is over there at first. Edwin Moscoso at second. Nick Lentz at third. Carapaz is the crew chief of the crew. So one more thing for them.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo!
Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, swinging a chopper up the middle. That is a high chopper. Vivas grabs it, goes to first in time for out number 3. Vivas had to field a high chopper that was hit very high. That was really high, almost bidding to be a high chopping base hit. Lord first looking to grab it, but then he doesn't, and he does manage to get it to Vivas, and that's out number 3. So 1 hit in the inning, a walk that leaves 2 men on base. We will head to the second. It's the Nationals 2, Red Sox nothing as we head to the top of the second inning. It'll be Nunez, Millis, and Wood for the Nationals in the bottom of the second inning. They're already in the second inning, and we're going through our second time through the order. That is awesome. Awesome Andrew Alvarez. That is. Here we go. Bottom of the top of the second we go, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's broadcast. Smoonez will lead it off for the Nationals, and then Drew Millis. I don't know what my schedule is going to be like this weekend, everybody, but I'm hoping to cover at least a couple games in the series, maybe even do some games. I don't know what we're going to be doing, but there you go. One more board. Go there. Check out MLB.com/vote. Go vote Abrams. And if you're going to go over there, you might as well vote Abrams, because the other option is bets, and I know there aren't too many Dodgers fans here. I don't see a guy being a Nationals fan and a Dodgers fan. I feel like if you watched the 2019 NLDS, you had to pick one at that point. So there are some teams where you can root for both. Like in some cases, I know some people who can root for both the Nationals and the Red Sox, just on a case, but maybe not as we head to the top of the second inning. It is a 2-0 game. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. Looks like we are at 5 likes on the stream already. Let's go. Let's try to hit 10 today. Let's get into the double digits, maybe 10, 15 likes. So we can do, we're up to 6 now. Let's go. So we go. We got to get ready here, everybody. Smoonez will lead it off for the Nationals, facing off against Peyton Tole, who struggled through that first inning, was on the struggle bus. The Nationals figured him out in the first, or at least one guy figured him out, and that was Andres Chaparro. Here's the first pitch to Nunez. He shows bunt, takes it back, and that's in there, called strike 1. It's an 0-1 count now. Please don't let Contreras move the home run pole. Here comes the 0-1 to Nunez. Up high, ball wants to be a 1-1 count. 1-1 here with no outs on the top of the second inning. 232 average for Nunez. Tole hides his face with his glove before he goes to the plate. The 1-1 is swung on and missed on a 1-2 count. So we 1-2. That was inside fastball, and Nunez can't get a piece of it. Nunez hitting from the right side here, 232 average. No home runs, 27 runs batted in, and a 5.93 OPS. I believe he's a league leader in lowest OPS in the league. Still a league loser in OPS. I was a Red Sox fan when I was in Worcester. Oh, that's so cool. And the 1-2 was hit out foul. I was a Red Sox fan when I was in Worcester, Massachusetts, until I heard a team was coming to my hometown. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you got to root for the team in your hometown by that point. You just have to. That's a given. Should be a 1-2 here in the top of the second inning. Here comes the pitch to Smoonez. And Nunez swings and hits this one down the first base line, and foul will be 1-2 again. The Red Sox, funny, do play at a field that has a mini green monster during spring training. It's always cool. Here's the 1-2, and Nunez takes a curveball upstairs, ball 2. So that'll even up the count at 2-2. I remember when I was younger listening to a lot of Nats games on the radio and scoring them, putting them in the scorebook. And now, spring training games I like to call. I think those are fun. You can get information on the prospects waiting. The pitch, and Nunez swings and fouls this one off again. So working an at-bat here against Tole. Tole giving up those runs. The pitch count a little bit high. 31 pitches here. So he's over the pace of 15 an inning. That was PAS's number. 2004 was the special year. Oh, yes. The Nationals were about to come to D.C. Here's the 2-2 to Smoonez. And Nunez hits this one. Golfs it out to left. Down the line. And it's going to be foul down the line. That one had the 310 distance. It looked like it had the height, but it didn't have the power. Nunez roped it down the line. Just a little foul. Kurt Schilling pitched with blooded socks. Oh, that's cool. Interesting little nugget there. It'll be 2-2 here from Tole to Smoonez, the 232 hitter. Here's the pitch. And Nunez hits this foul again, so he's working a good AB here. He's being scrappy against Tole, the Red Sox pitcher. And a fan makes a catch out there. A fan from New Orleans, Louisiana got down there. I don't even think that's where. We'll just say Worcester, Massachusetts. The 2-2. And Nunez takes a fastball outside, ball 3. Had to think up a cities to say that ball went to. I had a brain fart if New Orleans was in Louisiana. Yep, it is. I had a brain fart there. Here's the 3-2 to Nunez. Swing and a miss at a fastball high and out. Nunez can't get a piece of that one, so he's down swinging. Tole is able to get the strikeout. So that's out number 1 here in the top of the second. Tole went upstairs now with that one. Nunez had fouled off that pitch previously. This time he can't even get a piece. That was kind of a foul ball swing, too. You could tell. He was just trying to get a piece of it. So that's out number 1, and that'll bring up Drew now. Drew Millis. Here's the pitch, and Millis takes a fastball in there. Called strike 1 at 97, and it's an 0-1 count. 0-1 here in the top of the second inning. Nationals have a 2-0 lead on the Sox. Here's the 0-1. And Millis takes a cutter in there. Called strike 2. Millis gets some time. He's plays more than your prototypical backup catcher. I mean, he's got a lot more starts. 186 average this season with a couple home runs. Here's the 0-2. And Millis called strike 3 on a fastball in the low and inside corner. Millis doesn't even swing the bat, takes 3 right in the zone for out number 2. So Tole gets a couple of strikeouts there. So I'll now bring up James Wood. Try to get our man Andres back up. Chaparro obviously has his number. He's here with 2 outs. And then I'll bring up Jimmy Wood. Tole hiding his face with his mask now, or his glove. Here comes the first pitch to Wood. And Wood swings and fouls this one off. I don't understand why there's not an MLB team in New Orleans. I mean, there's a basketball team. There's a football team. I don't know if there's a hockey team, but there's 2 of the mains. Maybe they do need to expand over there. I've heard of MLB expansion. Here's the 0-1. And Wood swings and goes opposite field down the third base line. Third baseman Duran has it. The throw is offline and not in time. So James Wood gets jammed, hits a dribbler down the third base line. Not hit too hard at all. But the third baseman, Duran, was playing off the line on a guy who goes oppo a lot. So Wood just has a little dribbler down the line, hit soft line drive. Duran gets to it and then throws it to first, and the throw is a bit off. So that's a base hit for James Wood here with 2 outs. I'll bring up Curtis Mead here. I mean, a team in New Orleans would be nice. As Cummings sets Tole, Wood with a nice lead. Here's the pitch to Curtis Mead. Mead swinging a miss at a fastball at 95, and it's an 0-1 count. So we're going to give him a hit on that jam shot. Let's go. Give him a knock. No secret to that one. Just got on the board. And Mead already has a triple, so he has the hardest part of the cycle here. Here's the 0-1 from Tole to Mead. And Mead takes a fastball up and out. Ball 1's to be a 1-1 count. So I have a question for anyone in the chat. Maybe, and you can just ponder. You don't even need to put an answer. If you're a hitter, and you hit a double, a triple, and a home run, and then you draw a walk in the 8th inning, do you tell yourself you hit for the cycle? Here comes the 1-1. And Mead takes a cutter outside, ball 2. I'm not saying the big leagues. Maybe in Single A Dundon. Single A Dundon is playing the Fredericksburg Nationals. I don't know how that would work because they probably don't even play each other. But Dundon plays Fredericksburg. And Eli Willits has a triple, a double, and a home run. So here comes the 2-1 to Mead. And Mead swings and hits this one down the right field line, but foul and be a 2-2 count. If he has a double, triple, and a home run, and in the 8th, he draws a walk, and he doesn't come back up, does he tell himself that he hit for the cycle? Because he did draw the walk. This would be a 2-2 here. Tole sets. The 2-2 here to Mead. Swinging a line drive, caught by the third baseman Duran. Has to get up for that one, and that's out number 3. Once again, I'm not a big fan of Duran. He keeps robbing us of base hits, so I don't like the dude. But that's out number 3, a liner. So Curtis Mead is down on a line drive. 1 hit in the inning, and 1 man left on base with that James Wood jam shot. So head to the bottom of the second inning. It's still the Nationals 2, the Red Sox nothing. As we head to the bottom of the second. Maybe too much competition for fan base in New Orleans. So yeah, I mean, they're in Louisiana, so they're near some Texas teams. They're near Texas teams. They could root for California teams. There already is the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. So they got 2 teams. They might root for one of them. They could root for other teams, maybe on the Northwest or maybe just on the West, maybe a Cali team or something. Maybe they're a fan of the Dodgers. I mean, there's a lot of teams on the West Coast. Getting a cycle is not easy. Oh, yeah, it's not easy at all. So assume that Willits against Single A Dundon has hit a double, a triple, and a home run, and then he draws a walk. Do you think that he could call it in his head a cycle? Because he still made his way to first. And honestly, is it harder to get a hit in the big leagues or draw a walk in the big leagues or in the minor leagues where they're trying to pump strikes? You took 4 balls, you fouled off a bunch of pitches, and he walks you. I'm assuming drawing a walk at the minor league level or the big leagues level is very, very hard because these are guys who have honed in on being good at pitching, and they don't walk too many guys. I mean, 2 or 3 walks a game, and you happen to draw one of them after hitting a double, a triple, and a home run. That's really impressive, unless it's intentional. If it's intentional, I don't count it because if you're up and there's runners at second and third and 1 out, yeah, they might walk you to get the bases loaded, set up the double play, or they can come home in a close game. But if there's no runners on base or runners at second and third and you work that walk, like a 12-pitch at bat, I feel like you should consider yourself that you hit for the cycle. That's just my opinion, though, because I think that's a good way to measure it a little bit. That's a good way to measure the cycles. He found his way on to first. That's Eli Willits in this situation. So now Brad Lord will work a second inning here. He'll face Caleb Durbin. The bowl into the wind. Here's the first pitch to Durbin. Swing and a miss on an inside sinker. That was not in the zone. It's no 1 count. Durbin, once again, he was involved in that trade beginning of the season with Kyle Harrison going to the Brewers. I'm confused on why they'd send Harrison to Boston. It's like we got a bat boy running on the field. Lord now at 30 pitches, everybody, so he's not going to go far in this game. I can assume he's not going to go far. Just really confuses me that Kyle Harrison went there. It's going to be an 0-1 here with 1 out. The Brewers do play later today, I believe. Yep, they play at 8:10 with the Reds. Here comes the 0-1, and that's high ball 1 with a sinker, so that would even up the count at 1-1. I'll bet you Awesome Andrew is warming up right now. Durbin hitting .232 with 7 home runs. The bowl into the wind. Here comes the 1-1 to Durbin. Just low ball to the slider, just low and in, so to be a 2-1 count. What if someone hit a cycle and then hits a grand slam afterwards? So, Curly W, did they hit the home run yet, or is the cycle an add-on home run? So it's a 2 home run game. As here comes the 2-1 to Durbin. And that is just inside ball 3, but that one was a sweeper, and looks like Millis wants the challenge. So it looked like that one may have clipped the zone. We'll get a challenge here. The pitch, and it's a strike! Drew Millis actually succeeded on a challenge. It's a 2-2 count now. Drew Millis actually succeeded.
Thank you!
So to be a 2-2 here, he actually succeeded. Lord in the line. The 2-2 to Drew Millis, his catcher. Swinging a bloop foul, 1-2-2-2. Millis, good job. You actually succeeded on an ABS. So the Nationals got through an ABS challenge, and they still have their challenge. Good job. Lord steps back onto the rubber. He's a bullpen arm that's been working out the wind his entire career in the bigs. Here comes the 2-2 to Durbin. Swing a bloop first base side, and that's foul and out of play. So we'll do 2-2 again here. These guys are really hitting a lot of foul balls off of this pitcher, Lord. I mean, they're really being scrappy. They're being a scrappy team and annoying Brad Lord. Lord goes into his wind. The 2-2 to Durbin. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball backside. Chaparro has to get it in the hole. He'll flip it up to Lord covering in time for the out. So Chaparro goes in the hole to get that one. Brad Lord will give him a nice pat on the back. But Brad Lord had to go cover the bag because Chaparro went to the hole to get that one. I feel like that's Vivas' ball. If he lets it sit for a while, Vivas can get to that one. And Chaparro goes out to the hole to get that one. Vivas playing over towards second anyway. Chaparro goes towards the hole. He grabs it and flips it up to his pitcher, Lord, covering. So Durbin is out. Good play by Lord getting over and good play by Chaparro in the hole. So now that'll bring up Nate Eaton here hitting 200. Here's the pitch, and Eaton grounds this one foul to be an 0-1 count. Lord getting through 2 innings would be great. Even 3 innings from Lord would be absolutely great. Okay, my question with you is this, did he hit a second home run on the day? Or is the grand slam to complete the cycle? Because that'd be pretty cool. The 0-1, and that's in there, called strike 2. The sweeper sweeps to the outside corner. So he got a good call that time. Yeah, because if it's an add-on cycle, that's like an ultra cycle. Nate Eaton has been struggling a little bit offensively. He has an 0-2 count here from Lord. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, third base. Meade makes the play. He fires to first in time for out number 2. Nate Eden was hustling, though, tried to beat it out, but a ground out there for Curtis Mead to make the play and fire to first. Not hit too hard. That's the reason Nate Eden almost beat it out, but the throw to Chaparro was in time. Mead able to just get a ball that was a little bit to his left, and he just makes the play and then fires to first. Didn't even need to move too much. That's out number 2. Let's go. We just gained another subscriber. What's up? Thank you so much for subscribing. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be in there. Called strike 1 on Monasterio. 270 team average, and he takes that one in there for a strike. Boston wins this. What's up? You know who it is. Thanks for tuning in, man. You know one here. Lord in the Wine. The 0-2 to Monasterio. Swinging a ground ball. This is a chopper to Mead, who is playing in. Running throw. In time to Chaparro. Mead just made up for that error last night. He was playing in kind of in a bunt formation, expecting a bunt from Andrew Monasterio. Comes in, makes the play on the run, fires it to first in time. So Brad Lord gets a couple ground outs, and we're through 2 on this matinee baseball game. We're through 2 innings. The Nationals still have a 2-0 lead as we head to the top of the 3rd. Chaparro will lead it off for the Nationals. Cycle is complete, then a grand slam. Ooh. That's really impressive if he does do that. That's really impressive because it's hard to get a cycle, and then you get 5 at-bats in the game, which means your offense is doing really well as well, and then you go and hit a grand slam as well. That's really impressive for all the sides of that team. So we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Nationals hold a 2-0 lead. 2-0 in the top of the 3rd inning. It'll be Chaparro, Cruz, and Lau, so a couple righties, then a lefty in the 3rd. I took Monasterio to hit a big one on his first day back. Oh, that's a good assumption. Trent O'Ginn is here. Hey, what's up? Go Cardinals. What's up? So a Cardinals fan's in here. We got a Cardinals fan with us today. Let's go. Always love having variations of fans. That's always fun, getting the variation of fans. As we head to the top of the 3rd inning, Nationals hold a 2-0 lead. I'm going to check. Do the Cardinals even play today? I don't know. But do the Cardinals play today? I think everyone plays today. It's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, so that's the day where they all play. As we head to the top of the 3rd inning, everybody, Nationals hold a 2-0 lead. I can check up on the other matchups going today. This is one of the matinee games. There's a few, and then on Thursday, we probably have some more matinees. Looks like Orioles are beating the White Sox at Camden 4-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Guardians beating the Rangers 5-1 in the bottom of the 3rd in Cleveland. 1-0 lead for the Tigers. Once again, so the Tigers trying to take a series from the Yankees. Pirates and Cubs about to get underway in Chicago. Mets at Blue Jays at 3:07 as Tolle into the wind. First pitch here to Chaparro. That's going to be in there, called strike 1, top part of the zone. Enjoy Miles, our gift to you. Take him back. You can have him back. Just please take him back. Here's the 0-1. Chaparro swinging a ground ball foul. Well, he did. Chaparro protected Cavalli yesterday. That's one thing I'm proud of. Meatball Michaelis got into it with Nate Eaton yesterday. He was ready to do it. So that's one thing I like Michaelis for. He's tough. He's a tough guy. So 0-2. Here's the pitch, and swinging a miss at a high fastball in 96. Chaparro's down swinging. Strikeout number 1 for Tolle here in the top of the 3rd. So he has 4 in the game, and he has 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Chaparro goes upstairs to try to hit that one. He can't. I mean, nothing, no secret to it, just a high fastball that he swings through here. Now that'll bring up DC, who had a walk back in his first AB. Tolle into the line. Here's the pitch to Cruz. And Cruz takes a fastball at 96 inside. Lowell Cardinals playing pocket pull today. All right. It's interesting that we have a couple Cardinals fans in here. That's cool. Always having different fans. Here's the 1-0 to Cruz. And Cruz swinging a shot into left field. That's a base hit. So a low line drive out to left for a knock. So Dylan Cruz delivers here with 1 out in the top of the 3rd. DC3 delivers to Rake. He continues to just rake here. Dylan Cruz has been a really good hitter here on this road trip. I mean, 2-knock game yesterday. He has another one here on Friday. He didn't really add much, but now he's got 3 hits over 2 games. So, good for him. Now with a 1 out. Here's the pitch to Lyle, and Lyle fouls this one straight back. It'll be an 0-1 count. Need Tolle for 1 more walk. All right, I bet he walks another guy. I'll bet later in the game he walks another guy. He walked Cruz after giving up a home run. So he'll need to give up a run, and I bet after giving up that run, he'll walk someone like Lyle. Here's the one. And Lyle fouls it back and we know 2. So we 0-2 here with 1 out. Cruz at first could steal, but it is Tolle up to the plate, or Tolle on the mound. So he's a lefty. He is facing Cruz right now, so he can watch him as he gets his lead. Tolle holds his glove over his ear as he waits for the pitch column. Now he comes set for an 0-2 to Dalen Lyle. The 0-2 here from Tolle. And Lyle takes a fastball up and out, ball 1. I'm sorry, but bench clearing brawls in Major League Baseball are hilarious. Nothing ever really happens. Maybe some half-hearted punches, or this a helmet gets thrown. Yeah, I mean, Harper threw his helmet at Hunter Strickland back in, I think that was 2015? I don't remember the exact year. The 1-2 to Lyle, and that's low with the curveball, ball 2. That was a funny brawl. I mean, it didn't end a player's career, though. Michael Morse's career was ended because Jeff Samardzija ran into him because they were both trying to protect their guys. Be 2-2 with 1 out. That ended Michael Morse's career. I don't want to say funny, but Harper and Strickland actually going after it, yeah. But everything else was not. The 2-2. And Lyle takes a cutter inside, ball 3. So that fills up the count to 3-2 here with 1 out. Nationals hold a 2-0 lead here. I'll bet Cruz is on the move right here on a 3-2 count. Just try to stay out of the double play. Try to just create chaos as Tolle comes set, but he is facing Cruz over there at first. Here's the 3-2. And Lyle swinging a ground ball up the middle. The second baseman has it. He'll take it, and he slips. That's the shortstop. Monasterio was playing up the middle. He makes the play and then can't go anywhere with it. He slips as he goes to second with it. They'll probably give him an error. So Lyle grounds this one up the middle, and it's a ground ball to Monasterio. He has it, and then he slips going to second. He was going to go tag second base. So that's a sad play there. Monasterio probably has a double play, and he slips. Cruz also hustled in a second, made sure he got there. You should watch some of Nolan Ryan's fights if you want to see a real one. So we go now with 1 out, runners at first and second. Cruz stands at second base. Here's now the pitch to JY. And Young takes a cutter in there called strike 1. So scoring, rolling pending here. Dylan Cruz moves up to second on the play. I bet we get an error here because Monasterio slipped. Or they'll just say it's a single, or they'll give him a fielder's choice as we know 1 here. Here's the pitch to JY. And Young swinging a foul ball on a cutter. It's an 0-2 count now. So they're going to have a single. Wow. Or nope, they're still not. I thought it said single. Yeah, if you want to see a good one, go watch one of Nolan Ryan's fights. Nolan Ryan got into it. At the age of 42, he was doing some crazy things. As it'd be an 0-2 here. Coming sets Tolle. Here's the pitch to Young. That's high and out, ball 1. We need to bust this game wide open. Yep, we do. That would be very nice. Busting this game wide open would be great. Get some runs on the board, boys. Get some runs. First and second here with 1 out. Chance for them to capitalize. The 1-2. And Young swinging a miss at a fastball outside. So that's out number 2. Jacob Young is down swinging. So they're giving him a fielder's choice. Lyle's going to get a fielder's choice. But there's a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. And Young is down swinging. That's strikeout number 5 for Tolle. This team strikes out a lot. I'm noticing that. This team is very prone to strikeouts. So that'll bring up Jorbit Vivas here with 2 outs and a runner at first and second here. So the catcher steps out to the front of the field to adjust his helmet real quickly. Tolle now at 60 pitches. So where does he go from here, and when do we get into this bullpen? We'll probably see Chapman today if this game goes close, though, because Chapman hasn't thrown all week. His coming sets Tolle. He pitched on the Sunday night game, hasn't pitched Monday or Tuesday. Here's the pitch to Vivas. And Vivas takes a cutter low and away, ball 1. 1-0 here with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Vivas, a 256 average, 3 home runs and 15 runs driven in. Coming set is Tolle. Here's the 1-0 to Vivas. And Vivas swinging a ground ball to the first baseman, though. Contreras has it. He takes it to the bag himself for out number 3, and that will end the inning. Vivas grounds out once again. So that will end the inning. Vivas is grounded out twice, and twice to end the inning. So that will end the inning now. 1 hit, no runs, but they do leave 2 on base because of a fielder's choice. 1 to the bottom of the third, everybody. It's still the Nationals 2, the Red Sox 2, right here on District Nation. Live play-by-play. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's broadcast. And just remember, since you're here, you may be here for any reason. Either you're here for MLB action, maybe you're here for Nationals action, maybe you're here for Red Sox action. But anyway, Go vote this man for All-Star starter right there. CJ Abrams is one of the best shortstops in the league. One of the best, maybe the best. Right there's a QR code you can go to vote for him. So go vote CJ right now for All-Star starter. Those are his numbers among shortstop. Those are just a few comparisons. He's second in average, and first place is Otto Lopez, who isn't even in the running to be an All-Star right now. Everything else, he's first among NL shortstops. And even among shortstops, he's top in most of those categories. So it's not like he's not doing well. This guy is doing something special this year. CJ Abrams should be starting at shortstop. If you don't think so, put someone else in there and we'll talk about it. Yes, come on, Bull. Get to El Matador. Yes. Get that El Matador. Maybe we need to say that more. All-Star vote. Yeah, it is. It's a popularity contest. I will say that. It is a popularity contest, but let's help the dude win the contest. Abrams, let's make him a popular player. Get people to vote for him. Help out. You can just scan that QR code right now, so you can. So here we go. Join us as we head to the bottom of the third. It's going to be Connor Wong to lead it off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the third inning. We'll see who's on the mound. Maybe they go to Austin Andrew right here, or they stick with Brad Lord for a third inning. Then they'd show they actually have some faith in Lord. Looks like they will stay with Lord here in the third, at least according to MLB. MLB.com/Lord. Lord's still there. As the pitch is swung on, popped up, shallow center, going out to Vivas. He's looking for it. He lost it in the sun, and it drops. Vivas lost it in the sun. Vivas isn't wearing batting gloves right now. He loses it in the sun, so Connor Wong is going to be on first here with no outs. Wow, that sun is really shining straight up in the sky. So that one is going to fall for a, maybe not base hit. Okay, so they're going to give him a base hit. Wow. Out to Vivas, so that's only the second hit given up by Lord. Vivas lost in the sun. You see that in late summer games in baseball action. Is now to be Siegler here with a runner on, and he fouls it off. It's no one count. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. voted in the All-Star game. Yeah, he's done nothing. Yeah, I noticed that by the ballot. There's a lot of egregious ones. There's a lot of ones where I'm thinking, how are you on the ballot? How is Alejandro Kirk on the ballot, as Lord sets? Here's the 0-1 of Siegler, and that's low ball one. They need to limit it. The preliminaries needs to be starters who are halfway decent. And to really make it hard, if you want to vote in a bad player, make it that you have to write in his name. And you can't leave the tabs. You have to be able to spell that dude's name. If you like him so much, you should spell his name. The 1-1 is inside, ball 2. If you like the guy so much, and you know his name, what is wrong with MLB requesting you to spell his name during a game? What is wrong with that? That should be a 2-1 here. But they really want to write him in. And some of them are really easy names. Alejandro Kirk. That shouldn't be too long. Jorbit Vivas, if you were to write him in. Here comes the 2-1 from Lord. Check swing. Yes, and it's called strike 2 anyway. So Siegler takes a strike in there, so it's a 2-2 count. Print out some t-shirts. Don't play with your food. Get that El Matador. Yes. Don't play with you. That'd be a fun shirt with the Nats logo. The only shirt I made for the channel is the District Nation shirt. I'm not selling it just yet. I have a beta version. I will start selling it soon. Here's the 2-2. Inside, ball 3 with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to be a 3-2 now. Lord's pitch count is at 47 now. Significantly lower than Tole's, though. And Lord isn't even expected to go long in this game. It'll be a 3-2 here. Here comes the pitch from Lord to Siegler. Swinging a line drive down the left field line and foul. So something really funny, Kevin Franzen, the color guy, just showed his scorecard. For his thing, he put a sun with a smiley face. For his scorebook. He drew a smiley face in, and that's a virtual scorebook. That's a virtual scorebook, and he drew in a sun. Here's the 3-2 from Lord to Siegler. Swinging a fly ball, foul, and it'll be 3-2 again. And yet Jordan Walker doesn't get voted in. You know, I agree with you because we can have similar arguments here, Trent, because I'm a Nats fan and James Wood didn't get in. It is a popularity contest. The most popular players get in. That's why social media people for MLB teams, they're posting videos saying go vote them because they have fans. They want them to vote, but there's entire countries Voting for other teams, the 3-2 is low ball 4, so Lord is going to issue a walk to Anthony Siegler. Draws his first walk and first time on base for Siegler. That's walk number 2 for Lord on the day, so a couple free passes in today's game. He's now at 50 pitches. Lord take the mound now. He has just 1 strikeout in the game, but he hasn't given up a run yet, which is good. I'm disappointed they're giving him a hit on that. Cummings set, they'll pop up to second base and Vivas missed it. Cummings sets Lord. Here's the pitch. And that's in there, called. Strike 1 at the bottom part of the zone. It's an 0-1 count. So Awesome Andrew is sitting on the bench right now with a journal or something. He has a towel over his neck, and that's basically it. Hasn't started throwing yet. So I guess they're using Lord for a little longer. And Lord's at 51 pitches now. So here comes the 0-1 from Lord. Swinging a ground ball, foul on a 0-2 count. That's Chopper. Let's go. We just gained another sub. We're now at 523. Thank you so much. Now 5 times we hit Michael Jordan's number because we're at 523. Show more favoritism to big market teams. Oh, yeah. And once again, countries, entire countries, the entire continent of Asia is voting Shohei, Imanaga, and Yamamoto. The 0-2 swinging a fly ball out to right. Going back his cruise. He's going to get behind this ball. He catches it. Moving up to third is going to be Connor Wong. The throw is going to be into second, keeping that other runner at third. So now there's runners on the corners here with 1 out. Nationals trying to keep him there, though, as now Wilyer Abreu will come up to the plate. Wong got a good jump up to third. So now there's runners on the corners here with 1 out. Lord could use a visit from Simon Matthews right here. He could use that. He's at 53 pitches. Runners on the corners here. Double play ball would be really nice. Just what the doctor could order. Here we go. Butera's going to come out now. Andrew Alvarez hasn't started stretching, though. So someone's getting called from the pen here. Who is it? Because he signaled with his right arm. We're getting the righty. So Brad Lord's out of the game after 2 1/3 innings worked. Wow, let's see. I'm really confused here. Who are they going to go to? Oh, they went to Awesome Andrew. So Awesome Andrew was warming up before then. So Awesome Andrew had been warming up. Now Andrew Alvarez will take over for the Nationals. The Bull did exactly what he needed, 2 1/3 innings. I mean, that's good work. Lets up a hit and a walk later in that inning, but now Awesome Andrew will take over to face the lefty, Wilyer Abreu. It's becoming more and more like the Pro Bowl. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. I completely agree with that. I see what you mean. Looks like the Nationals are still winning in the poll over here. Let's go. So here we go. 1 out here. Awesome Andrew will take over for the Nationals after Lord works a good game. And Lord came in, and he does well here. 2 1/3. So far, he has no runs given up. He worked into the third inning, which is really good for an opener. And he gave up only 2 hits. 2 hits given up. We don't know his run total just yet. 2 walks and a strikeout, as mentioned before. Now, Awesome Andrew will take over for the Nationals. See how that goes. I'd really like this bullpen to have a good game. Awesome Andrew can work 4 innings. I like that. Awesome Andrew has the ability to work 4 innings out of the pen even. So I'm fine with him working a few innings. So here we go. No run total just yet. Runners at first and third for this Red Sox offense. Come on, boys. Come on, Awesome Andrew. You got this. Awesome Andrew Alvarez, AAA, will take the mound. Trent says, I think Jordan Walker and James Wood are both all-star snubs. Oh, yes, completely. I get what you mean. They're definitely all-star snubs. James Wood and Jordan Walker should be anchoring the outfield right now. They're the 2 best hitters in the outfield, and they're not in the all-star game. I love that Abrams got in, yes, but James Wood should be there too. It's now Awesome Andrew will take over here to face Wilyer Abreu. You have to work out of the shuffle position, a start. So he goes to the stretch. Now he comes set. He works out of the set position with runners on first and third. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the first baseman, Chaparro. He goes to second. Over to first. In time for the double play. Wait, did they get it? What happened here? They didn't show the camera. I am so confused. Is Abreu safe? What just happened? I'm so confused. What just happened? Did a runner score? The scoreboard's up. The scoreboard's out. I'm so confused. What just happened? No one knows. The cameras weren't on. So, I don't know. So, looks like it's going to be a Fielder's choice there, 3-6-3. They went 3-6-3, but then they didn't get the out. So here's what happened. Ground ball to the first baseman, Chaparro. He goes to second for 1, and then Nunez goes to first. Ooh, he might be safe. Okay. So, I don't know. Did they challenge this? I'm kind of confused. Did they challenge this play? A double play here would really help because it's a 2-0 game instead of a 2-1 game. I'm confused. Are they saying the game didn't start or what? So it's a double play. Yes. It's overturned. It got out. So it's a 2-0 game still. As we head to the top of the fourth, the Nationals get it done. It's a 3-6-3 double play. Yes, it's a 2-0 game now. They did get the play. It's overturned. We'll head to the top of the fourth. So double play. It's 2-0, and we'll head to the top of the fourth inning. So Chaparro got a hard ground ball. He threw it to the shortstop covering, and then Nunez went to first in time. So that does get the runner out, and the run doesn't score. So Brad Lord has no earned runs. Yes. No earned runs for Brad Lord. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Now it's still the Nationals 2, Red Sox nothing. Alvarez throws one pitch and gets the double play the Nationals needed, and we head to the fourth. Thanks for subscribing, Junior. Thank you so much. So James Wood is nasty. Let's hope the Nationals don't trade him away. But I also don't want his career to be wasted on mediocre teams. Not saying this Nationals team is, but you get what I said. Well, we're going to be good. That's the thing. We're going to be good in a year or two. I think this team, in a little bit, is going to be one of the better teams in the league. Give us a year. When our bullpen figures it out and when we actually spend a little money on the bullpen, we're going to be a good team because the offense is amazing. And James Wood and CJ Abrams are the anchor of this really good offense. So something goes right. That's the thing. Something is working for them. Something is working for the offense. If they can figure it out with the bullpen, there's no stopping this team. One hit given up in the inning. No runs. One man left on base. He's stranded at third trying to score, and that will end the inning. Led to the fourth. It's still the Nationals 2, Red Sox nothing. So we go to the top of the fourth. Nationals will continue some offense here to be Nunez, Millis, and Wood. Smoonez will lead it off for the Nationals in the top of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch to Nunez, and he swings and belts this one to left field. Nasim Nunez has a home run. That one is gone. Nasim Nunez has hit a home run. Nunez goes yard. The dugout's going crazy. 101.5 off the bat, 372 feet. Nasim Nunez has left the yard in the best way possible. He hits it over the green monster. Nunez delivers here in the top of the fourth. Watch it fly. Nasim Nunez. It's a 3-0 game. An unlikely power source. Tolay throws one in the zone. Nunez got all of it and sent it over the green monster from the right side. It's now a 3-0 game, and Millis lines this one foul. The most unlikely source of power has only 3 or 4 career home runs, and he goes yard over the green monster. Okay, everybody?
N-A-T-S, Nats, woo!
Here's the pitch to Millis, and he golfs this one out to left field. Going back to the left fielder, and it's off the wall. So that's going to be a single. Eaton will fire this one in quickly. Drew Millis delivers. I'll get to your question in a second, Trent. But Nasim Nunez goes yard, and then Drew Millis has a nice little single there off the left field wall. Nasim Nunez goes yard. When would that happen? Watch it fly, Nasim Nunez. Watch it fly. And yes, he did. Watch it fly over the green monster. So I'll get your question in a second, Nate. Here's the pitch to Wood, and he swings through that one. It's no one count. The Nationals add on another one. It's a 3-0 game. People think the Cardinals are going to be horrible. I personally don't. What's your opinion? I don't know. I don't follow the NL Central as much. I mean, there are 6 games over 5. They're third in their division. So here comes the 0-1 to James Wood. Wood takes a fastball just high, ball 1, so it'll be a 1-1 count now. 264 average for Wood, 21 home runs, 52 RBIs, and an 899 OPS, just 1 point shy of 900 with that OPS. So it'll be a 1-1 here. Tole sets. Here's the pitch to James Wood. He delivers. And Wood takes a cutter low and out, ball 2, so to be a 2-1 count. I mean, they are over 5. Right now, they're in the wild card. So maybe I think the Cardinals could sneak into the playoffs, find their way in towards the end. Maybe they'll sneak in, but I don't think they'd go far. Here's the 2-1 to Wood. Wood takes a fastball outside, ball 3. So it's a 3-1 count. So we threw one here in the top of the 4th. 3-0 game. Nationals hold the lead. Tole sets. It'll be a 3-1 here to James Wood. Here's the pitch. Wood takes low, ball 4. Millis was on the move anyway, but now James Wood takes a walk. So that's a walk for James Wood. So now that moves Millis up to second. Here with one out. Now, is that Chad Tracy or that's the pitching coach here? He'll come out and talk to his man. So one out here in the top, or no outs here in the top of the 4th. Nationals get another run on the most unlikely source of power you'll probably ever see. And that is Nasim Nunez with a home run. Now they got Ryan Watson up in the pen. Watson worked yesterday, and Watson did not do well yesterday. JT says yes. Yep, he did end up walking 2 guys. So if that was your parlay, good job. But I don't personally sports bet. I think I enjoy like when people talk about it. This is like, it's fun to hear people talk about it because there's so many random things you can just put money on and try to earn money, bets and such. But I like watching the game because I feel like I don't bet anyway. I don't want to do that. But I feel like if I bet on something, even with just push-ups, which I sometimes do, I end up rooting for that instead of the win. So now Tole comes set. Lefty-righty matchup here. Curtis Mead up to the plate. Tole sets. Here's the pitch to Mead. And Mead takes a cutter low and in, ball 4. But yeah, anyway, I don't mean to bother you. Yeah, this is a great way to start my birthday week. I turned 37 on Sunday. Oh, that's awesome, Trent. Happy early birthday. That's awesome. The big 3-7, Steven Strasburg age. Here comes the 1-0 to Mead. And Mead swinging a foul down third base line will be a 1-1 count. Now if Cruz cleans up the bases, I'm cashing out big. Thank you, Cavalli, says Curly W Express. Yeah. So it'll be 1-1 here. Tole sets. Here comes the pitch to Curtis Mead. He delivers. And Mead takes a cutter high and out, ball 2. So it'll be a 2-1 count. The stats, the weather, the field, it all plays a part. Oh, yeah, it does. I don't think anyone took a parlay today on Nasim Nunez hitting a home run. I don't think anyone did. No one. And it's an afternoon day. The balls sometimes fly at this time. Here's the 2-1. And Mead takes a fastball low and in, ball 3. The balls fly. Especially in Fenway Park on an afternoon, the balls are going to fly a little bit. And Nasim Nunez discovered that, and Nasim Nunez goes yard. So, didn't expect that. That was not in my book. Mrs. C made a good point. She was saying Andres Chaparro hitting a home run wasn't in her book. Here's a 3-1 to Mead. Swinging a fly ball foul and it'll be a 3-2 count now. But she said that Andres Chaparro, Mrs. C said Andres Chaparro hitting a home run was not in her book. I would have never said Nasim Nunez would go yard today. I did not think that would happen. Now he has a home run. Is now a timeout's called here. So Mead will take a step out. And Tole will step back onto the rubber. He's at 75 pitches now. The National starter just came into the game. He has 1 pitch, so he'll be going out to the bottom of the 4th fresh after Lord sets it up well with him for 2 1/3 of scoreless innings. And then Andrew Alvarez gets the double play. The 3-2. Mead takes inside, ball 4. So 2 walks in a row for Tole now. He walks 3 guys. Moves Wood up to second, and he moves Millis up to third. So now Ryan Watson will come out of the pen for the Red Sox after Tole is going to be taken out. Now I bet Louis is going to get put into the game. Ryan Watson, after working yesterday, will work again today. He'll come in here in the 4th after Tole only works 3 innings plus. Works 3 innings plus. He gives up 7 hits. We don't know his run total just yet. He gave up 3 walks. And he struck out 5. So the Nationals got to him. See if they can unload a little bit here in Fenway now as Ryan Watson comes out. Ryan Watson is kind of a, how do I put this? Not good. I think that's the best way. Ryan Watson pitched yesterday. Watson pitched in that 8th inning. They put up 4 runs on him, starting with a CJ Abrams tank. So Ryan Watson's ready to work here. Ryan Watson is ready to work, but the Nationals are ready to work against him. He has a 4.73 ERA, 28 games, 45 2/3 innings, 35 strikeouts. Yesterday, he pitched against this Nationals team. Wait, was he one of the... Yeah, he gave up. They're saying he didn't give up any. Ryan Watson was the guy. Oh, Ryan Watson pitched the 9th. Conley was the one who pitched up in the 8th. Watson got a 1-2-3 last night. Watson got a ground out, a fly out, and a ground out. So they're hoping Watson can get some stuff done here. Grand slam, please. Oh, that'd be nice if we could get some runs. Mead at first, Wood at second, Millis at third as Watson's warming up here. We're getting ready to go here from Boston, trying to get some runs on the board as it's a 3-0 game. No outs. Please don't just turn this into a no-out, bases loaded, no-out situation. We get nothing out of it. And Nunez already went yard this inning, so let's do something. Watson will come out of the pen for the Red Sox. So they're just throwing out anyone now because their bullpen's worked a little bit hard. I mean, had to use some arms yesterday. They're probably hoping on Tolle to give him a good outing. And now Watson's going to come into the game. Watson has worked up to 3 innings in an outing, so they're probably looking for him to do that. He's worked this month 12 innings. This month he has an ERA actually pretty decent. I mean, it's only at 3, and he has an average against him of 182. So Ryan Watson, 28 games, no record, 1 hold, and a 4.73 ERA. High ERA plus low whip means he walks batters. Oh, yeah, he has a 1.31 whip, so he probably does walk guys. But now Luis Garcia Jr. will pinch hit here for Andres Chaparro, so the Nationals' hottest hitter will pinch hit. Louis will pinch hit. First pitch here from Watson, and Louis swinging a foul off to be an 0-1 count. Louis has been red hot this season, and just really this season, I think. We can call it this season. So far, only 3 earned runs to Tolle, but he has the potential to have up to 6. Ryan Watson takes the mound for the Red Sox. He comes set at the belt. Here comes the 0-1 to Louis. So they're going to start pinch hitting the lefties. Here's the pitch. And Louis fouls this sweeper off again, so we know 2. Listening to this while I'm on my boat on the lake, enjoying a beer, not driving. The wife is doing that, lol. That's awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Trent. Thank you so much for listening on the boat, as we know 2 here. Louis leads June in RBIs with 27. So this is a chance for him to drive in a few more. Here's the 0-2. And Louis swinging a ground ball, foul again, so we'll do 0-2 again. Looks like the catcher wants to work him outside, at least on that pitch. He set up on the outside corner. 280 average of the season with 16 home runs, 57 runs batted in. He was a prospect 2020. 2021, he started to find it a little bit. 22 was given an everyday role. 23, 24, man, now 25 and 26. He's been the starter at first and second, the 0-2. Louis swinging a drive down the left field line. This one may be fair. Into the corner, and it's off the left field wall. This will score Millis at least. Wood will come around second. He'll score. Stopping at second on the play is Mead. Luis Garcia Jr. delivers with 2 more runs on the board on a double or a single off the left field wall. They went high outside to him, and Louis able to poke it off the left field wall, off the green monster, just barely fair. So Millis went to tag it first, and that one goes off the wall. Wood was hustling around third, so he could score easily, but runners have to stop at first and second. So Luis Garcia Jr. adding on yet more RBIs here in the month of June. We'll get to our NATS in a second. Here's the pitch now to Cruz. Cruz takes high and inside, ball 1. Let's go.
N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo! N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo!
So it's a 5-0 game now. 2 RBIs for Louis. So it'll be a 1-0 here to Dylan Cruz with runners at first and second. Here's the pitch from Watson. Cruz swinging a chopping ball to the third baseman. He's going to grab it in fair territory. Fires to first. Not in time, and it's in front of Contreras. So Dylan Cruz beats it, and the bases are loaded once again. Wow. So Louis drives in 2. Now Cruz gets the bases loaded again. So it's 5-0. So now there are 5 earned runs to the man Peyton Tolle. So Mead move up to second on the single. He's now up to third. Louis up to second. So I think they're going to end up giving Cruz a single because he beat it anyway on that little chop hit. So Cruz is given a single here, and that'll bring up Dalen Lyle now. Here's the pitch to Lyle. Lyle swinging a fly ball down the left field line, but foul to be 0-1. So Cruz now delivers with a nice little hit. The bases are loaded here for Dalen now, who needs to find it offensively. I think it'd be nice for Dalen to find it. My wife said you can't get enough baseball. You can't get enough baseball, though. You can't. There's no such thing as enough baseball. Here comes the 0-1 to Lyle. And Lyle swinging a ground ball, foul to me, 0-2 count here. Still no outs in the inning as well, and it's a 5-0 game. But remember, there was a road series very similar to this in San Francisco, where we were once leading by 9 runs. So no lead is safe in DC. As Watson comes set at the belt. It'll be no 2 here to Lyle. Yes, says Curly W Express. Yep. Let's go. Here's the pitch to Lyle. Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman. He goes to second for 1. Now they'll go to first for 2. Double play. And that will bring in a run, though. It's a 6-0 game. So moving up to the third on the play is Louie. Scoring is Curtis Mead. So no RBI because it's a double play. But that does score a run. So it's now a 6-0 game. So 4 plus 6 plus 3 equals 2 in this situation. And now there's 2 outs. So Mead able to score on the play. Louie moves up to third, but Cruz is out. So that'll bring up Jacob Young with a runner at third here in 2 outs in a 6-0 game. Here's a pitch from Watson. That's low ball 1. So all 6 runs that are inherited to Tole end up going to Tole, which is pretty sad. He gives up 6 earned runs. So Tole ends up getting credit for 6 runs. That's all the runs he can have. And only over 3 innings, too. Here's the pitch to Young. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line, and that one's off the top of the green monster. Jacob Young's going to drive in 1 here, and he will slide into second with a double. Jacob Young delivers here with 2 outs with a 2-out double. The punches keep coming in Jacob Young with yet another big hit for this Nationals team. Jacob Young does it again with a double off the wall. It's now the Nationals 7, the Red Sox nothing off that CVS wall, basically a little bit above it, near the Jim Beam sign. Gets it off that tall green monster. Let's go. So Young's at second now. He drives in a run. It's now 7-0. Louis scores from third, so it's now Nationals 7. That'll bring up Jorbit Vivas now. Nats could bat around here if they get Vivas on base. Vivas takes a fastball up high, ball 1. All right, everybody, let's do it.
N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo!
7-0 game. I'll do you 1-0 here. Coming set is Watson. Here is the 1-0 to Vivas. Vivas takes a cutter upstairs, ball 2, so it's a 2-0 count. Just a bit high that time. Speed 2-0. I've been to Nationals Park once. Had a beer thrown on me because I'm a Cardinal fan, but other than that, great experience. Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you. I am sorry that happened to you, Trent. I promise you not every DC fan is like that. Here comes the 2-0 to Vivas. And Vivas swinging a ground ball. That is to the second baseman. Vivas has hustling. They'll throw to first in time. So Vivas grounds out yet again to end an inning. But the Nationals played a few more on the board, starting with a Nunez home run. Out of everybody, a Nunez home run. They get 5 runs on the board. It's now a 7-0 game. 5 runs. Let's check the hits here. Only 5 hits in the inning. No errors. And a man left at second in Jacob Young. But the Nationals add 5 more. It's now 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Let's go. 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. And Awesome Andrew will take over for DC on the mound after he gets that quick double play. But of all the people to hit a home run, who expected Nasim Nunez to hit a home run? I don't think anyone expected that. Nasim Nunez, I have never seen hit a home run. On track to tie the White Sox 22-1 win. It'd be cool if the Nationals could get some more runs. Maybe see a position player, but just keep putting up the runs. They're tagging him. Yep. And Ryan Watson's on the mound now, who's a very taggable guy. He gives up 3 hits in the inning. Tole only gave up 2 and then walked 2. Watson gave up 3. He gave up the Garcia single down the left field line, gave up the Cruz single to the third baseman, and then Young has that double off the wall. All those were off of Watson. But Tole was the one who gave up the hit to Nunez. So he gave up the home run to Nasim Nunez. We need to put up 15, 9-8 safe. Yep. Nationals, it's Nationals, everybody. So 9 runs is not safe. No lead is safe in DC. Just no lead is safe at all. As it is a 7-0 game as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Contreras, Gonzalez, and Durbin for the Nationals in the bottom of the 4th. And Awesome Andrew Alvarez will take over for the boys. Let's go Nats. Come on, Nats. Let's do it. Be really nice for them to just get some work done here. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Nationals holding a nice lead here, but how long will they hold it for? So Louie's going to stay in the game as the first baseman now. And just here, the Nationals had 2 selections for the All-Stars future game, by the way. It's kind of a All-Star game for the minor leagues. Miguel Simi Jr. and Eli Willits. So a pitcher, Miguel Simi Jr., then Eli Willits. Everyone knows Eli. Just a great prospect for the national system, drafted last year. And I have no doubt that he is going to thrive at the big league level. So now Alvarez will go into the wind. Here's the first pitch to Wilson Contreras. That's going to be low and in with a curveball. It's a 1-0 count now. I have no doubt that at the big league level, man, Eli Willis is going to dominate in a few years. When he is old enough, when he's no longer 19, when he gets up to the big leagues, he's at high A Wilmington right now and he's raking. He'll be at double A Harrisburg by next season. Give him a little time in triple A. He will find his way to the big leagues. Just do great. It's going to be a 1-0 here. Awesome Andrew. Into the wind. Here comes the 1-0 to Contreras. That's low and in, ball 2 with a fastball, so it'll be a 2-0 count. Be nice. Now you're going to need a few bullpen arms, though, because Awesome Andrew is kind of the starter for today. So it'll be 2-0 here with no outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Alvarez goes into the wind. Here comes the 2-0, or now he goes into the wind. He kind of stepped into it and then stopped. Here's the pitch. And that's in there, called strike 1 with a fastball, so it'll be a 2-1 count. So Trent says, but I hope you have a great day, brother. I'm going to fish, but I'll be listening. Let's go. Thank you, Trent, for listening while you fish. Hope you have a good time fishing. Here comes the 2-1 to Contreras, swinging a ground ball foul, and it'll be 2-2 now. So 2-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Wow. Mrs. C is back. Wow. Step away for a bit. Now it's 7-0. Yep. And Mrs. C, not only did Chaparro hit a home run, Nasib Nunez hit a home run. The 2-2 is low and in, ball 3 with the curveball. You said Andres Chaparro hitting a home run wasn't on your bingo card? Nasim Nunez hit a home run. Anything could happen today. Nasim Nunez hit a home run. Impossible. Alvarez into the line, the 3-2 to Contreras. Swinging a ground ball, this is going to be the third baseman Meade. He fields cleanly, fires to first in time for out number 1. So that's out number 1 here at the bottom of the 4th. A ground ball to Meade is all it took. So Awesome Andrew settling in here for his outing against the Red Sox after Lord opens one. This is a good strategy. Open with Brad Lord. And then get that. Smoonez. Yep. Smoonez with the home run. Nunez, of all people, goes yard. I mean, when he hit his first career home run, he had 2 that game. It's into the wind is Alvarez. Here's the pitch to Romy Gonzalez now. And that's high ball 1 with a fastball. You'll notice Andrew Alvarez does not waste a pitch, though. He will throw a lot of pitches, but none of them will be just a waste of a pitch. He's not going to throw a strike meatball in there. He's going to work around. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a miss at a slider in the zone. It'll be a 1-1. Mr. C says, remember our bullpen, score more runs. Yep, we definitely need that. Here comes the 1-1, and that's outside ball 2. Rising Rhinos here, says DN. What's up, Rhino? Thank you so much for tuning in. Mrs. C, do us a favor and take... No, keep her here. Now, she's a good luck charm, though. She's a good luck charm. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a fly ball foul and be a 2-2 count. She was here, I think, during the Jose Tena extra inning home run. So she's been here for a lot of good wins, too. It'll be a 2-2 here. Alvarez into the wind. Here's the 2-2 to Gonzalez. Swinging a fly ball foul, and we'll do 2-2 again now. What's up? What's good, man? Rising Rhino showing some love. Thank you, Rising Rhino, for coming on in, hanging out. Nationals hold a big lead here. No, you're not too much of a baseball fan, but you got to understand 7-0 feels good for now. The 2-2 to Gonzalez. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, says the home plate umpire, Wendelstedt. So home plate umpire Wendelstedt goes for that one, and that's a strikeout. So Alvarez has his first strikeout of the afternoon, goes to a low curveball, and it apparently they said Romy Gonzalez went for it. So that's out number 2. So I'll bring up Caleb Duran now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Keep rocking, buddy, says Rising Rhino. Thank you, Rhino. Alvarez into the wind. Here's the pitch to Durbin. That's outside and high ball 1. It'll be a 1-0 count now. Yeah, that Rhino's a class act. What's up, Big Bud? Thanks for tuning in. Big Bud here. Only up a touchdown. Yeah, only up by 1 touchdown. They have a good drive, and we're done. The 1-0 is popped up. Millis checking on it. Coming in is Garcia as well, and this one will get out of play, so it'll be a 1-1. Millis can't get through the net to get to that one. So it's 1-1 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Nationals hold a lead by 7 runs. Not a baseball fan, but a DN fan. Thank you, Rhino, for those nice words. Rhino is with you for football season, everybody. So if you want to hang out with the Rhino, he's got you for 3 things: football, football, and more football. Hang out with him for all 3 of those sports. He did some tennis as well. Here comes the 1-1 to Durbin. Swinging a line drive down the third base line, but well foul. So be a 1-2 count. Almost got into the third base dugout that time. Oof. Did Abrams get hit? Make sure the All-Star's okay. Looks like Ruiz is patting him on the back. They say he's okay. Tenna and Ruiz will check on him. We go 1-2 here. So that's just a long, hard foul ball there. It's a long, hard strike. We get 1-2 here. Alvarez into the line. The 1-2. Outside ball 2, the sinker. So it'll be a 2-2 count. 2-2 here with 2 outs. Deuce's situation here in the bottom of the 4th. Alvarez into the line. The 2-2 to Durbin. Swinging a ground ball. That is softly hit to Nunez. He fields cleanly, fires to first, and the shortstop Nunez completes the 1-2-3 inning. A ground out, a strikeout, and then another ground out is how we're going to end it, everybody. We will head to the 5th. It is still Nationals 7, Red Sox nothing right here on District Nation in a 7-0 game. Just ran a few miles. Now time to watch the District. What's up, Dan? Thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, we got a good lead. Do you know why CJ Abrams is not playing today? I missed this. I don't know. I think they're just probably giving an off day. But speaking of Abrams, go vote CJ Abrams. MLB.com/vote or scan the QR code. Help our guy CJ Abrams get into the All-Star Game. Voting closes on Thursday. I think they're just giving Abrams a rest. I mean, Peyton Tolle, a lefty, was on the mound. So they're probably giving him a break. Give him a start against a righty tomorrow or on Friday when they play next. But I don't know. Maybe just give him a break at that point. Here in the 5th, everybody, Nationals hold a 7-0 lead. Nunez, the home run hitter, will lead it off in the 5th. Smoonez has a home run in the 4th. But thanks for tuning in, Dan. Dan was watching a mile high yesterday. He was watching us on a plane, which is really awesome. As we head to the top of the 5th inning, 7-run lead for the Nats, but this is the Nationals. Have you seen our bullpen score more runs? So we go. So Wood can't get All-Star game, right? No, Wood can be an alternate, but he can't be a starter now. That's the one thing. He can be an All-Star player. He cannot start, though. That's the one thing. So he can't start. He can be in the game, though. He can be in the game. He'll probably make it as an alternate. I mean, Trent was just in here. Trent's a Cardinals fan, and he was talking about Jordan Walker. Yeah, Walker's going to be an alternate, too. Because in a few days, the reporters are going to start saying who the All-Star should be. And that is when it's actually worth it. When those guys come in, it actually means something. Only as a sub, maybe. Yeah, as a sub. He's going to be there as an alternate. He's only going to be there as an alternate. But thanks for tuning in, Dan. Dan is the mod. Here we go. Top of the 5th. Getting ready to go. Nationals hold a 7-0 lead as we continue here live play-by-play on District Nation. Coming sets Watson. Here's the pitch to Smoonez. And Nunez takes a cutter at the bottom part of the zone. 0-1 count. Nunez. Does he want a challenge here? He just tapped his helmet. 0-1, so looks like we're going to get a challenge. That looked a little low. We'll check the ABS, though. And it's a strike. So Nunez loses one of our challenges. Nasim Nunez, after hitting a home run, got a little too confident and challenges a pitch. And now the Nationals lose because that pitch was in the zone. So 0-1 here from Watson. Here's the pitch to Nunez. And Nunez takes a sweeper inside, ball 1, so that'll even up the count at 1-1. Dan is the man, yes. Dan is the man with a plan. Dan today ran with a plan as a man. So it'll be a 1-1 here to Nunez. Here's the pitch. And Nunez takes a curveball low and out, ball 2. So it'll be a 2-1 count now. Watson coming out of the pen after Tolle can only get through 3 innings plus, so he works into the 4th. But in the end, gets 6 earned runs total. So it's a 7-0 game, and only one of the earned runs are to Watson. Here's the pitch to Nunez. He takes a sinker outside, ball 3. So it'll be a 3-1 count now. Top of the 5th inning, 7-0 lead for the Nationals, but no lead is safe as long as the Nationals hold it. Or as long as, let's hope Awesome Andrew gives us a few innings. The 3-1 to Nunez. Nunez takes a cutter at the top part of the zone, called strike 2, so it'll be a 3-2 count now. I mean, this guy Watson does walk a few hitters, so we'll see how he does here, though. Throwing strikes, he hasn't walked anybody just yet. Here's the pitch. And Nunez swinging a miss at a cutter. So Nunez is down swinging, and that's out number 1. That cutter was right in the zone, and Nunez can't hit it, and that's out number 1. So out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Thanks to everyone for hanging out today. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help out the channel just a little bit. So Nunez is down swinging on the strikeout. That'll bring up Drew now, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Drew Millis with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Millis, and that's going to be a curveball that curves right into the zone, and it's an 0-1 count now. So 0-1 here at the top of the 5th. Nationals just trying to keep getting runs on the board. Just do their thing. 192 average for Millis, 2 home runs. Watson set at the belt. Here's the 0-1 to Millis. That is just outside, ball 1. Can't get the call with that sweeper. So that'll even up the count at 1-1. 1-1 here with 1 out. Watson comes set. He waits. Here comes the pitch to Drew. He delivers, and Millis takes a cutter outside, ball 2. So it'll be a 2-1 count now. 2-1, 1 out. Nationals just trying to preserve this lead now. Let's go. We're at 13 likes. We're into the double digits of likes. Let's go. Coming sets Watson. It'll be a 2-1 here to Millis. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a cutter low and in, so Millis can't hit that one. It'll be a 2-2 count now. Nationals got to keep piling here. This is not the greatest bullpen arm out here that they're facing. They just need to get runs on the board. Put as many as they can, compile it, give the bullpen not too much room. Or give the bullpen as much room as possible. Let's say that. Give the bullpen as much room as possible to put the win away. Watson sets. It'll be a 2-2 here to Millis. Here's the pitch. And Millis takes a curveball down low, ball 3. It'll be a 3-2 count now. Come on, Nats. Just try to get one here. Drew Millis, 1 for 2 on the day. Had a single to start the rally going after Nunez hit a home run. Millis got it going with a nice little knock off the left field wall. So we 3-2. Here's the pitch. And Millis fouls this one off. So a good AB here. Quality at bat. So do 3-2 again. Watson now at 26 pitches in the game. He worked the 9th yesterday when the Nationals had an 8-1 lead, setting them up for a comeback, but the Red Sox couldn't complete it because the Nats pitching. Zach Ken at least was able to hold them down. Ken's thrown 2 days in a row now, so I wouldn't expect to see him today. The 3-2 is upstairs, ball 4. So Millis is on base for the 2nd time in today's game. He draws a walk. So Drew finds his way onto the base paths. Last inning, every hitter came up in the 4th. Let's see if we can have something similar right here in the 5th. And I'll bring up James Wood here, who drew a walk as well in the 4th. And then after him, me drew a walk as well. And then the rally started on Watson when they started hitting the ball instead of drawing their walks. So here with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Let's see if Wood can do some damage. Be nice for him to get some damage on the board. Here's the pitch, and Wood takes this curveball that curves into the outer part of the zone, and it's an 0-1 count. Just clips that outside part of the zone, and it's an 0-1 count. Watson steps onto the rubber, checks on the runner at first. He comes set. I mean, 0-1 here to James Wood. Here's the pitch, and Wood takes a curveball low and out, ball 1, so it'll be a 1-1 count now. 1-1 here with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Wood today has a single. He struck out to start the game, though, as well. Then he drew a walk in the 4th, as well as a single in the 2nd. Today, the big guy offensively has been, though, Chaparro and Garcia's line. Here's the 1-1. And Wood fouls this one off. I mean, Chaparro and Garcia combined have a home run and a single, but they combined have 4 RBIs. Cruz, though, has been on base 3 times today. Drew a walk in the 1st, had a knock in the 3rd, had another knock in the 4th. He has been raking, and so far, he's been on base a lot this series. Part of the reason he got moved up to the 4-hole. Got on base twice on Saturday. Couldn't find his way on base, though, on Friday. Here's the 1-2. And Wood takes a sweeper down low, so that'll even up the count at 2-2. So 2-2 here with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Nationals desperately trying to get some runs. So Watson checks on the runner. He comes set. It'd be 2-2 here to Wood. Here comes the pitch. And Wood swinging a ground ball to the second baseman, though. Siegler to second. Monasterio to first in time, and that will complete the double play. So the Nationals can't get anything done in the top of the 5th inning offensively on a 4-6-3 double play. 4 + 6 + 3 = 2. And that will end the inning. No hits, no runs, no runners left on base. What to the bottom of the 5th. We're going to take a quick break here. In the meantime, vote CJ Abrams for All-Star. I'll put the QR code, and we'll be back up in just a moment to continue this game. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't touch that channel. We'll be back in just a moment. And we are back for the bottom of the fifth of this game, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Got to bring this camera back over here, then bring it back over here. Bottom of the fifth, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to District Nation today. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help out the channel a little bit. Let's see if we can hit 525 today. It'd be nice if we could gain a couple subscribers today. Then we're a quarter of the way to 600. Alvarez into the wind. Here's the first pitch now to Nate Eaton. And that's going to be just high and in ball one. But, yes, that's a good one to challenge Millis. That one looked like it was in the zone. Millis used a good challenge there. We'll see if they get it right here. The pitch on the ABS, and it clipped the top part of the zone. It's an 0-1 count. So Alvarez threw a strike in the zone. Millis challenged it, and we get a strike. Let's go. Millis succeeds on another challenge. He's 2 for 2 today as a catcher.
Thank you!
Here comes the 0-1 to Eaton. That's in ball one with a slider. Almost got him, and Nate Eaton is saying it's hit him. So Nate Eaton's on first. That pitch was low and in. Eaton says it hit him, so that's a hit by pitch. So Alvarez here did hit a batter. So now Nate Eaton is going to take a free pass here. First one issued by Andrew Alvarez, this time not in the form of a walk, but a hit by pitch. Looking at the replay here, yep, it did hit him. So Nate Eaton is saying it did get him. Please stay tuned. Your chat is important to us. Thank you, Rhino, for that reminder. So we go. No outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Runner on first. Here's the pitch to Monasterio, and that's outside with a fastball, and it's a 1-0 count now. 1-0 here with no outs in the bottom of the fifth inning. Nationals lead 7-zip. 215 average from Monasterio. Coming set is Awesome Andrew. Here comes the 1-0. And Monasterio hits this one down the right field line, but that one is foul, so it'll be a 1-1 count. 1-1 here with no one out. Monasterio up to the plate for the Red Sox. Gets the start at shortstop today. Previously, he'd been playing first, subbing in after Contreras got ejected twice during this series. Coming set is Awesome Andrew. Here comes the 1-1 to Monasterio. Swinging a bloop out towards right, and that one is going to drop for a base hit towards the corner. Rounding second, headed for third is Eaton. He's going to stop there. Monasterio headed for second. The throw is not in time. Monasterio with a bloop double down the right field line. Jam shot. And now there's runners at second and third here with no out. Awesome Andrew jammed Monasterio, but he poked it down the right field line just barely fair, and he gets a double out of it. So Monasterio puts runners at second and third now here with no one out. This is not good. Now the comeback begins. Not good at all. So Nate Eaton on third, Monasterio at second. A comeback here would not be nice. Please, boys, put away the win. So now to be Connor Wong here with runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. That's a curveball in there, called strike one. It's an 0-1 count. I mean, that hit by pitch, that barely got him, and then Awesome Andrew just jammed up Monasterio, and he just barely got it out to right. So to be 0-1 here, coming set is Awesome Andrew. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a fly ball, and that one will get out of play, so we know 2 count. Excuse me. It's be 0-2 here. Come on, strike out Wong here. Get the strikeout of Wong, or at least get the first out. Because you can't get a double play here because there's no runner at first. The first out is really helpful. Alvarez comes set. We know 2 here to Wong. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 1 with a breaking ball. So it'll be a 1-2 count. Millis keeps it in front, though. So 1-2 here with no outs in the bottom of the fifth inning. Nationals desperately trying to get an out here. Try to get no runs on the board. Just hold them off. It'll be 1-2. Coming set is Awesome Andrew Alvarez, AAA. His nickname. Here comes the 1-2 to Wong. Swinging a chopper. That one's in the infield. Alvarez will come home with it. The throw is in time for out number 1. Yes. That was a little chopper right back to Alvarez. He came home with it. So that's a fielder's choice for Connor Wong, and it does not drive in the run. So now there's runners on the corners here with 1 out. Yes. Good play by Awesome Andrew coming home with it for a 1-2. Trying to come home was Nate Eaton, and he was out by about 10 feet that time. Doesn't even touch the plate. Eaton came home on the chopper right back to Awesome Andrew. He could flip it up to the catcher, and Millis tagged out Nate Eaton for out number 1. So now runners on the corners here with a 1 away. So coming set is Alvarez here with 1 out. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be swung on and fouled off, and it's an 0-1 count now. Let's go. Can I root for a tie? Just no ties for Christmas, please. Like number Dan Fouts. Oh, that's awesome. That's a cool one. So here with one out here, runners on the corners with one gone. So rooting for both teams really, but Nationals hold a 7-zip lead, and Andrew Alvarez trying to hold it down after Brad Lord gives him a good opener strategy at 2/3. Looks like Siegler's talking to the umpire. He's checking if something's in his face, and the umpire Wendell Stett was checking for him. But 0-1 here with one away. Trisk is here, and Rhino saying hey to him. Everyone loves Trisk. So 0-1 here with one out. Awesome Andrew comes set. It'd be an 0-1 here to Siegler. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball low. Awesome Andrew pulled the string on a curveball that time. Maybe an 0-2 count. So 0-2 here with one out. In the bottom of the 5th. One out. Let's go. Awesome Andrew could get a strikeout here. That'd be great. Here comes the pitch to Siegler. Check swing. Did he go? No, says first base umpire Vic Carapazza and the crew chief in today's game, so there will be a 1-2. Looks like he just held it back in time, so it'll be a 1-2 count. Awesome Andrew steps back onto the rubber. It'll be a 1-2 here. Coming set is Awesome. He's set right around the letters. Hands held right around there. Here comes the 1-2 to Siegler. Swing and a miss on a curveball low and inside. Andrew Alvarez goes to the curve, and Anthony Siegler can't hit it. Awesome Andrew is awesome, and that's his second strikeout of the game, and out number 2. Andrew Alvarez pulls the string, and that's out number 2. So one out away from working out of a tough jam here after walking and giving up a double. An out here of Ceddanne Rafaela would be huge. Coming set is Awesome Andrew. Here comes the pitch, and that's high ball 1. It'd be a 1-0 count. 1-0 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be a 1-0 here, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. High ball 2 with a fastball, so it'll be a 2-0 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Let's go. Come on, boys. Get it done. Awesome. Uses his first 2 pitches. I like that. He doesn't waste a pitch. He's willing to go after hitters. It'll be 2-0 here. Here's the pitch. In there, called. Strike 1. It'll be a 2-1 now. Wow. Puts it right into the zone. It'll be 2-1 here with 2 outs. Let's go. Ceddanne Rafaela up to the plate. He's 0-2 on the day. Here comes the pitch from Alvarez. The 2-1 it is popped up, but this one will be foul and out of play. Sun shining right onto Fenway Park, so it's a beautiful, bright day, but man, it's bright. That's one thing. 2-2 here with 2 outs. Deuces situation. Looks like Fitzy wasn't live for this game. All right. Thought he'd be live for all 3, but looks like I'm the only guy doing this game. It'll be a 2-2 here. Here's the pitch to Rafaela. Way upstairs, ball 3, so it'll be 3-2 now. 3-2 here with 2 outs. So the runner at first at least will be on the move. I don't know about the runner at third. Can't speak for him. So it will be a 3-2 here with 2 outs. Awesome Andrew looks in for his sign. He comes set. Here comes the 3-2 to Rafaela. He delivers upstairs, ball 4. So Rafaela is going to take a walk here. That'll bring up Wilyer Abreu with the bases loaded now. Second free pass of the inning. Alvarez now at 37 pitches. So moving up to third is Monasterio. Up to second is Wong. And on to first now is Abreu. $524 subscribers. Mr. Goat. He doesn't like Peyton Tolle, it looks like. Yeah, Peyton Tolle, we'll look at the numbers here. I mean, he just didn't have a good outing today. 6 earned runs. The Nationals got to him quickly. And of all the guys, Nasim Nunez gets to him. Nasim Nunez ends up being the guy that hits the home run. We haven't lost just yet. No lead is safe with the Nationals. I will tell you that, Mr. Goat. No lead is safe with the Nationals. No lead is ever safe with DC. Here we go, 2 outs. That'll bring up Wilyer Abreu now with the bases loaded. Simon Matthews took a visit out there, check on his guy, Andrew Alvarez, but Alvarez at 37 pitches. Here, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch to Abreu. That's low ball 1 with a slider, should be 1-0 here with 2 outs. Simon Matthews, pitching coach for this Nationals team. younger pitching coach, too. Very young for the role he has. The 1-0. And Abreu takes low ball, too, so it'll be a 2-0 count. So it'll be 2-0 here with 2 outs. You know, most of the players and coaches, or at least the coaches, don't really have social media for the Nationals. Here comes the 2-0. That's in there. Called. Strike one. Fastball that's up part of the zone. So it's 2-1 here with 2 outs to Wilyer Abreu. Red Sox need to sell the team. Oh, wow. I haven't seen sell the team numbers for the Red Sox. I haven't seen that too much. Coming set is Alvarez. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a fly ball. Foul. And be 2-2 here. 2-2 with 2 outs. Awesome's only worked so far. This would be a second full inning after Brad Lord works 2 1/3. I mean, 2 guys who have problems with the pitch count in general. Alvarez looks in for his sign. He's got it. It'll be a 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul off again, third base side, out of play. So we'll do 2-2 again here after that curveball is hit foul. This is what happens when the Red Sox are a cheap baseball team. I haven't seen that too much about the Red Sox. I've seen other things about them, not about that they're a cheap team. I mean, they still made the trade giving away Kyle Harrison, but they have Contreras. They have other guys. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a foul off again. So Abreu working a good AB here. I mean, you have some bigwigs. You have Jarren Duran. You have Roman Anthony, who's probably here to stay. Roman Anthony, who should be back soon. Jarren Duran, who's on the team. That's a good player, too. If you want to talk cheap, though, look at the Nationals roster. A cheap team, and they're a game over 5, which is absolutely amazing. Absolutely awesome. The 2-2 is upstairs, ball 3. So it'll be 3-2 here, 2 outs. Walking in the run is not something you want to do. Hot day here. You can tell that Alvarez is struggling with the heat. So it'll be 3-2 here with 2 outs. Alvarez comes set. It'll be a 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, foul again. So Abreu's working a real quality AB here. Has worked it all the way to 3-2 count, and then is able to foul off yet another pitch. So on 3-2, 2 outs, runners will be on the move once again after a foul ball. Awesome Andrew just can't find a way to confund him here. Alvarez looks in for his sign. He's got it, and he comes set. It'll be another 3-2 to Abreu. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Alvarez lets out a yell. A fastball outside. Abreu chases it. Alvarez gets the strikeout he needs. Andrew Alvarez escapes a bases-loaded jam. He lets out a yell after the strikeout. The Nationals hold it to 0 runs. In the inning, they get a hit, but no runs. 3 runners left on base. That's our 6th stranded runner. We are through 5, everybody. And the Nationals still have the lead at 7-0 as we head to the 6th inning. Now, get some runs, boys. Get some runs. You got to get some runs on the board because no lead is safe in D.C. We'll see how long Alvarez is able to work, though. He will be able to work into the 6th inning at least and face Contreras, Gonzalez, and Durbin. But the Nationals will come up here in the top of the 6th inning. They'll have Meade, Louie, and Cruz for the Nationals in the top of the 6th inning. Let's go. The Nationals get out of it. Let's go, Andrew.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
What a strikeout, too. Not afraid to go outside and make him chase. Good pitch there. Goes low and out, and Wilyer Abreu chased it. That's exactly what he needed in that count. So the Nationals do get it done, and we'll head to the 6th inning. Nationals hold a 7-0 lead after a 5-run 4th. The Nationals have done that a lot. They get a lot of big innings. One big inning where they just find it offensively. That's most of their offense. So it looks like Watson's coming out of the game. We're getting a new pitcher here for the Red Sox in the 6th. New arm for them. Top of the 6th inning. Nationals hold a 7-run lead. We're going to get a new arm. Looks like it's going to be Giovanni Moran. Or Moran. So Giovanni Moran will take over. Only 21 games this season with a 3 ERA. Will come in here in the 6th inning. Moran will take over here to face Meade to start. He'll take over here in the top of the 6th inning. They're just trying to get anything out of all the pitchers they can. 2 innings worked by Watson total. He ends up giving up 3 hits and then 1 run. It was earned. He did walk a man and he struck out a man. So he kind of won ones across the board besides hits where he had 3 and then 2 innings worked. What to the 6th here? Moran sets. Here comes the first pitch from the lefty to Meade. That's in there, called strike 1, so a lefty Moran takes over. So now they got to go back to the righty hitters, but Giovanni Moran will take over. 21 games on 1-2 record, a 3 ERA with 1 hold, 28.4 K percent though. Here's the 0-1. And Mead swinging a miss at that slow changeup, and it's an 0-2 count. Just swung through that one hard, so it'll be 0-2. Top of the 6th inning, Nationals hold a 7-0 lead. Coming set is Moran. It'll be an 0-2 here to Mead. Here's the pitch. That's high and up ball 1 or high and out ball 1, so it'll be a 1-2 count now. 1-2, no outs, top of the 6th inning. Thanks for joining us, everybody, for today's broadcast right here on District Nation. The 1-2 here as Moran comes set. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a fly ball, but this one is going to be shallow. Coming now in is Nate Eaton, and he'll make the catch out there for out number 1. So that's out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. Mead flies out. Mead is now 1 for 3 on the day, and that'll bring up Louie now in a lefty-lefty matchup. Louie doesn't start too much against lefties. Now he gets a start, or at least gets to play against a lefty here. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a single that drove in 2. Coming set is Moran. Here's the pitch, and Garcia takes it outside with a sinker, ball 1. Moran, I guess is the name, Moran. This will be a 1-0 here. Coming set is Moran. Here's the pitch to Louie. Swinging a ground ball. This is going to be chopped to the first baseman. He has to give it to his pitcher. That's Contreras, and the pitcher covers in time for out number 2. Contreras kind of ranged over near where the second baseman usually plays, then flips it up to the pitcher for out number 2. So there's 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Dylan Cruz, who's 2 for 2 on the day and has been on base 3 times in this game. So he has been successful up to the plate, and that'll bring up DC3. 2 outs here, and Dylan Cruz will hit for the Nationals here on the road against the Red Sox, the matinee game of this 3-game series. Moran comes set. He waits from the left side. Here comes the first pitch to Dylan Cruz. Cruz takes a fastball upstairs, ball 1, so it'll be a 1-0 count now. Thanks to everyone who tuned in today's broadcast, hung out for this Nats game for whatever reason you may be here. A new Nats fan, a diehard Nats fan, maybe you're a Sox fan or just a baseball fan. Here's the 1-0. And Cruz takes a changeup outside, ball 2, so it'll be a 2-0. 2-0 here with 2 outs. Cruz up to the plate. I mean, it's crazy that this dude is 2 for 2. His average is low. He doesn't get many hits. He doesn't have too many multi-hit games. He's coming on offensively lately. The 2-0. And Cruz takes a changeup inside, ball 3. He's finding his way on base. He doesn't try to hit all home runs, but he still's got pop. That's the thing. This guy is playing to that second overall pick talent. I like that he's getting on base. He's not. In college, he was not a dominating power hitter. He was a guy who found his way on. The 3-0. Cruz takes a fastball upstairs, ball 4. So Moran, who had Cruz to no strikes at all. I would say he'd have him earlier, but he just threw 4 straight balls. Didn't even get a strike in the zone. So now that puts Cruz at first. That's his 4th time on base in today's game. Here with 2 outs. Now, that'll bring up Dalen Lyle. Lyle doesn't have a hit in this game. In fact, Lyle just hadn't really found it offensively yet this series. Had a couple hits yesterday, though, scored, but average up to 249. Here's the pitch, and that's in there, called strike 1, clips the low and out, part of the zone, so it'll be 0-1 count. Moran steps off to the rubber. Now he steps back on as Lyle faces him. It'll be a lefty-lefty matchup. Moran comes set. Moran, here's the pitch to Lyle. And Lyle takes a sinker, bottom part of the zone. Moving up to second is Cruz. So Cruz swipes the bag. It's a 0-2 count now, but no really throw from the catcher there. But Cruz grabs himself a stolen base. Got a good jump there on Moran. Didn't really care, though. Didn't really look like he cared that he was running. So we 0-2 here. Cruz now in scoring position. That's his 5th stolen base of the year. The 0-2. And Lyle swinging a miss at a changeup. So Moran gets out of it. He gets a couple outs and then walks a man, but then gets a strikeout, and that's out number 3. That's his first strikeout of the afternoon. 1 runner left on base after a walk. We will head to the bottom of the 6th. Still the Nationals 7. Red Sox nothing as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Sam's here. What's up, Sam? Sam putting his eagle emoji in the chat. Always patriotic with that emoji. Sam usually roots for the Nats when he comes into the stream, but wonder who's rooting for today as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Contreras, Gonzalez, and Durbin for the Nationals in the bottom of the 6th. Let's go, boys. Come on, hold them down. Hold down the fort right here. Let's go, everybody. Bottom of the 6th we go. It's been a pretty good day for the Nationals. They have a 7-run lead. They got a 5-run lead in the 4th. I hope everyone else is having a good day, as well as the Nats are. I mean, it's been a good day for them as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll check up on some scores around the league. I keep seeing things about every sports team in the league besides NBA teams are posting something for LeBron James, saying you're coming to their team. I saw the Rochester Red Wings posted one. I'm pretty sure the Nats posted one. We got to the bottom of the 6th. We'll check on some scores around the league here. Still Nats district. Yep, Nats have the lead. Mr. C checking in. Still looking good for the Nats. What's up, Mr. C? Mr. C checking in from work. That's awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in, Mr. C. Mr. C, Andrew Alvarez, and Brad Lord are doing pretty well. So those two fellers are doing pretty well. I mean, Andrew Alvarez doing decent. Brad Lord had a good opener, 2 1/3. Doesn't get too much work. I mean, he has a lengthy bullpen arm, though. So it looks like other scores around the league. Guardians beating the Rangers at home 6-3. That game's in the bottom of the 7th. The Tigers beating the Yankees 2-0 in the top of the 8th. Cubs beating the Padres 9-0. Mets and Blue Jays scoreless in the top of the 1st. Some games later in the day at 6:40, the Pirates will play the Phillies. The Cardinals will go at the Braves at 7:15. At 7:40, Rays will visit the Royals as this pitch is lined into left field for a base hit by Wilson Contreras. So Awesome Andrew gives up a hit here. Wilson Contreras is on base with a knock. That's his first knock of the day. So like the Rays and Royals, 7:40, as I said. At 8:10, the Twins will visit the Astros. And then the Reds visit the Brewers at 8:10. Sounds like it's been the Bull and AAA today. Yep, the Bull and AAA are doing their thing today. And the Bull was the opener, which was surprising. That only came up today that they announced that. Here's the pitch to Romy Gonzalez. That clips the bottom part of the zone. It's an 0-1 count. At 8:40, Marlins at Rockies. Then at 9:40, Dodgers at Athletics. Then a final game of the night, 9:40, Giants at D-backs. We do have one final. Here comes the 0-1 from Alvarez. Swinging a miss at a slider low and in. It's an 0-2 count. The White Sox and the Orioles played. The Orioles won 6-1, and I believe is the final game of that series. So we 0-2 here now with no outs. Coming set is Alvarez. Here comes the 0-2 to Gonzalez. That's high and away, ball 1 with a curveball. This would be a 1-2 count now. But it's nice that AAA and the Bull have been able to dominate today. Awesome Andrew looks in for a sign out. It'll be a 1-2 here to Gonzalez. Using the pitch comm. He gets his sign. He shakes off now. He shakes off again. So now he's got what he wants. And he'll come set. Comes the 1-2. Swinging a fly ball. Foul, and we'll do 1-2 again. That one gets away and out of play. So we'll do 1-2 again here. Awesome Andrew on the mound for the Nationals. Looks like Fenway Park filled up pretty well. Probably a lot of kids there on a Wednesday afternoon coming in to Fenway for a good baseball game. I'd assume that's probably a good amount, but a couple balls have flown into those green monster area seats by the Nationals today. As it'll be a 1-2. Here's the pitch from Alvarez. Swing and a foul off. Thought that one he got swung through, but he did hit that curveball foul. So do 1-2 again here. The one thing I love about Fenway Park is the fact that they have all the standings there, or at least for the teams near them. This will be a 1-2 here. 1-2, no outs. Here comes the pitch to Romy Gonzalez. Upstairs, ball 2 with a curveball. Didn't really curve back into the zone. So we'll do 2-2 now. So the count is all even at 2-2. Alvarez goes to the rosin bag real quickly. Grabs some rosin. He steps back on the mound. Maybe he'll do the rosin and sweat strategy that Scherzer did. And Scherzer got suspended for that. He got suspended for rosin and sweat. As it will be a 2-2 here. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Swings through the curveball. Awesome Andrew with strikeout number 4. And that's out number 1 in the inning. So Awesome Andrew is finding it right now. He's got 4 strikeouts on the day. Awesome Andrew pulls the string on the curveball. Goes into the zone. Man, some late movement from that curveball. That curveball is a dangerous weapon. And that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. So I'll now bring up Caleb Durbin here, 0 for 2 on the day. And That's upstairs, ball one. Looks like no one is inhabiting the red seat. No one wants to sit out there in the red seat. For what it's known for, though, why would you want to sit there? I mean, it's probably cool to sit there, but chances are you might get hit again. So here comes the 1-0 here with one out to Caleb Duran. Here's Alvarez's pitch. Swinging a fly ball. This one is foul and out of play, so we'll do 1-1 now. 1-1 here with one out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Come on, boys. Let's hold him down. Duran steps up to the plate. Alvarez comes set. Here comes the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball. This can be the third baseman Meade. He goes to second for one. To first, not in time for the double play. They get one over at second. Contreras is down, but Caleb Duran has a fielder's choice here to make it 2 outs. That was kind of a shovel pass there from Curtis Meade. That was a pitch there kind of from him, but not a pitch as in throw. He pitched it to the second baseman Nunez. A shovel there, and that's a fielder's choice. So a 5-4 on the fielder's choice to get out number 2. Now bring up Nate Eaton, who's 0 for 1 of the day, with a ground out and a hit by pitch. So Alvarez here working in the bottom of the 6th, now has 2 outs. He comes set facing Nate Eaton. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1, it's a 1-0 count. 1-0 here with 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. Nationals still hold a 7-0 lead if you're just joining us. Welcome in to District Nation. Live play-by-play of the Nats, Mavs, Commanders. We're going to be doing a lot of Commanders football this upcoming fall. But this summer, we do as many Nats games as we can. In addition to me going to games, giving content there with preview series as well. Here's the 1-0. That's inside ball. Ooh, called strike 1. That looked a little low and in, but that's going to be called a strike to Nate Eaton. So that'll even up the count at 1-1. I mean, I wonder how these Red Sox fans and even organization feels about going from Alex Bregman and Rafael Devers last year to their biggest signees really being Sonny Gray. So the 1-1 is fouled off to be a 1-2 count. Then you get Ranger Suarez, you get Sonny Gray, but you can't replace those two. 1-2 here with 2 outs. Eaton up to the plate to face Alvarez. Alvarez could use a big out right here. Get out of the jam in the bottom of the 6th that he almost got into. But he got out of one in the 5th. The 1-2, check swing. Yes, he did. Strike 3. Eaton will go down to first. The throw is in time for out number 3. Strikeout number 5 for Awesome Andrew. And we're through 6, everybody. And the Nationals still have a 7-0 lead. 1 hit in the inning given up by Awesome. 1 man left on base. So they've now stranded to 7 on base. We're through 6, everybody. It is still the Nationals 7, Red Sox nothing as we head to the 7th inning. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's broadcast as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help out the channel just a little bit. It'll be Young, Vivas, and Nunez for the Nationals in the 7th inning. I wonder what changes they'll make. I mean, you don't really want to pinch hit Abrams at any point. Give him a genuine off day. Give him an off day. Let him relax for a little while. No reason to pinch hit at all. No reason really at all. So, top of the 7th we go. Tomorrow, some more series will begin. Looks like the Dodgers start another series with the Padres tomorrow, starting on a Thursday, which is rare. So for Thursday, there's tomorrow's games. You got Phillies-Pirates, or Pirates at Phillies, Reds-Brewers at 2:10. The 12:35 games, the Pirates-Phillies, Marlins-Rockies at 3:10. 6:40's White Sox-Guardians, 7:15 Cardinals-Braves. At 7:40, Rays-Royals, and 8:05 Tigers-Rangers. And at 9:40, Angels-Mariners. The latest game of the night is 10 p.m. Padres-Dodgers on the West Coast. So they want to get the game going and a series going for 4 games over there on the West Coast. So we go, top of the 7th inning, everybody. Getting closer and closer to that 7th inning stretch that everybody likes. Nice for the Nationals to have a lead at the 7th inning stretch, which they will have, unless they somehow lose 7 runs this inning. Let's go. Let's get some runs right here, boys. Let's get some runs.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
I want to do a little NATS chant. We did get the home run horn today, though, because we got Nunez and we got Chaparro, which was really nice as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Jacob Young will hit now. He's surprisingly 2 for 3 on the day. He's got a couple hits today. So Young will hit here and back out there for a second inning of work is Moran. Here's the pitch to Young, and that's low ball 1 with a changeup. 2 for 3 on the day with a strikeout as well. .225 average, 8 home runs for him. He's got a couple doubles today and 31 runs driven in on the season. As coming to the wind and coming set is Moran. Here's the 1-0. That's inside, ball 2 and high. I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly. I'm going to just go with Moran. Because it's spelled M-O-R, and then there's that fancy line over the A, and then A-N, Moran. Coming set is Moran. It'll be a 2-0 here to Young. Here's the pitch. And Young takes inside, ball 3 with a fastball, so it'll be a 3-0 count. 3-0 here, top of the 7th, no outs. Moran looks in for his sign. He's got it. Here comes the pitch to Young. That's in there. Called. Strike 1 with a fastball at 92. So it'll be a 3-1 count. 3-1 here with no outs. Top of the 7th inning. Moran comes set. It'll be a 3-1 here to Young. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4. So Jacob Young is on base for the 3rd time in this game. So Young's going to touch first base once again. They'll now bring up the home run hitting, or Jordan Vivas will hit first before we see Smunez come to the plate. Come on, boys, let's get some runs. We set it up well here. Got a walk to get it started. So that'll bring up now Jordan Vivas. Here's over 3, has 3 ground outs, which he probably doesn't want. So help himself out here. So to be a lefty-lefty, here's the pitch. And Vivas takes a sinker right in there, called strike 1, and it's an 0-1 count. 0-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. Nationals lead 7-zip. Vivas steps back up to the plate as Moran touches back onto the rubber. It'll be an 0-1 here. Coming set Moran. He's looking at Young, who is fast, but it's a lefty on the mound. Here's the 0-1. And Vivas takes a pitch in the dirt, ball 1, but Young will stay where he is. So that evens up the count at 1-1. 1-1 here, top of the 7th inning. Coming set, or getting ready to come set, is Moran. They're showing pictures of Fenway Park from the past. It's always cool to see that and showing the Green Monsters construction. As it'll be a 1-1. Here's the pitch to Vivas. Check swing. Yes, he did, says home plate umpire Wendell Stett. Home plate umpire has been very aggressive with calling strikes on swings. He's been calling it, not appealing or anything. He's been calling it a lot. This will be a 1-2. That's interesting. You don't see that too much. As it will be a 1-2 here. So a lot of Red Sox fans are in the stadium. A few Nats fans spread out. A lot of them wearing those Green Monster jerseys. It'll be a 1-2. Here's the pitch, Moran hasn't even come set. They're showing other things. They should at least come back to the game before he's set. Here comes the 1-2 to Vivas. And Vivas takes a cutter inside, ball 2. So that'll even up the count at 2-2 here. .253 average for Vivas. 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Vivas has shown off a little pop, at least during that Philly series as well. He showed off that pop. That was the last week series we played last week. It was a 4-gamer. The 2-2. And Vivas called strike 3 on a sinker on the outside corner. But looks like Vivas will challenge this one. So on called strike 3, he wants a second look at it. We'll get an ABS look at this. And it is still a strike, so the Nationals are now out of ABSs. That ABS challenge was not a good decision. Vivas takes it. And that is called strike 3 after confirming. Oh, didn't mean to go over there. All right. The Nationals are out of ABS challenges. So can't get the call that time. So there's now 1 out. Nationals still hold a good lead, though. Now to be Smunez here, who has a home run. Here's the pitch. And Nunez checks swing. Called strike 1 on the outside corner. The Nats can't challenge anymore, though. They're officially out of ABSs. 0-1 here with 1 out. Moran looks in for his sign. He's got it, and he comes set. Young's not even being held on here. He might be on the move. Here's the 0-1. And Nunez swinging and missing a changeup low and away. Or low and high and out. So it'll be 0-2 here. 0-2 here with 1 out. 0-2 here with 1 out. Top of the 7th inning. Nunez wears number 26 out there for the Nationals. The Nationals wearing their road grays uniforms. Road gray uniforms. So it'll be 0-2 here with 1 out. Here comes the pitch to Nunez. He delivers. Swing and a miss. And then Nunez lost his elbow guard on the swing. Wow, you don't see that a lot. He loses his elbow guard as he swings through that one. So that is out number 2. So now that's 3 strikeouts now for Moran. First striking out, Vivas looking. Now he gets Nunez swinging for strikeouts 2 and 3. That'll now bring up Drew Millis here with 2 outs and a runner at first. Looks like Chad Tracy's going to come out of the dugout here, so Moran's day is over. Wow. He was cruising, and I guess his day's over after working 1 2/3. 1 2/3. He didn't give up a hit here, or he's just talking here. Is he not taking him out of the game? Wow. So now he gives a signal here. No one's up in the pen, it looks like. Yeah, are they really changing pitchers here? So, yep, there we go. We're going to get a pitching change here with 2 outs. Now we're going to get a pitching change. So, 1 2/3 innings worked by Moran. We'll check who his substitution is on the mound. We're getting closer and closer to being able to stretch for the 7th inning stretch. Nationals don't have anyone warming up just yet. Their bullpen's quiet. Alec Gamboa is going to come into the game for the Red Sox. Gamboa has 2 games this season, 1 2/3 innings worked, and he has not given up a run just yet. This is his 3rd game of his career. This is his first season up in the big leagues. So he'll come up here in the 7th inning. 1 2/3 innings worked, 2 walks for Moran, 3 strikeouts. No runs. We don't know his runs just yet, but no hits. Top of the 7th, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Nationals trying to get anything done here just to keep it going. It's interesting. PJ Pullen, a bullpen arm for the Nationals, looks like he wears sunglasses out there. He doesn't pitch with them on. He just wears sunglasses. That's interesting. Which I like. I feel like that's good style. He just wears them out in the pen to make sure his eyes stay warm. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Nationals trying to get anything going here. So it's like Bobby Bonilla got his paycheck today. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. It's a good job. It's cool to see the Phillies hosting the All-Star game this year. That's actually kind of near me, but there's no way I'm going to that. I don't really like going to stuff like that. So we head to the top of the 7th inning here with 2 outs. Let's go, boys. Come on, boys. 2 outs here and a runner at first for Millis to face Gamboa. Gamboa's in his 3rd game total. I think that's interesting that they're bringing him in here. I mean, they're losing by a lot. It is a lefty on the mound, so Millis will hit from the right side, and he fouls this one off. Gamboa lefty in his 3rd game of his career. First time getting a big league stint here in Boston. That must be an interesting moment for him. So we 0-1 here from Gamboa to Millis. Here's the pitch to Millis. He waits. Now here he goes. And Millis takes a fastball up high, so that'll even up the count at 1-1. Millis has been bouncing up and down. He has been with the team, without the team, 2024, 2025, 2026, up and down each time. So it's good to see him up in the big leagues now, getting a role like this. 192 average this season with a couple home runs. Here comes the 1-1 from Gamboa, and Millis takes a fastball upstairs, ball 2. Should be a 2-1 count. I mean, made his debut in 2023. We had 11 games. 2 doubles, no triples, a home run, and 6 runs batted in over that time. He had an average of 286 through his first few games. In 2024, he plays in 20 games and hits 246. Here's the 2-1, and Millis takes upstairs, ball 3. He plays in 18 games in 2025. Last year, has an average of 306 over that time. He had 15 hits, 5 doubles, a triple, no home runs, and 7 runs driven in. But the big thing about him in 2025 was he got a lot of time in AAA. Here comes the 3-1 to Gamboa from Gamboa, and that's outside and high, ball 4. So Millis this year has more games than he's ever had in a season, which is really interesting. So now Gamboa issues a walk. There's runners at first and second here with 2 away, and that'll bring up James Wood. Gamboa still hasn't given up a run at the big league level, but Millis got plenty of time in 2025 in AAA Rochester. So he was down there and he was learning to use ABS. I thought he'd be better at ABS because of that. And last year, the main backup catcher was Riley Adams. As here comes the pitch from Gamboa to Wood. That's going to be a slider that slides in the zone. It's an 0-1 count on the inside corner. But this year, he has so many more games than every other year. He has 46. Before this, he had 50 career games. Or he had 49 career games. Here's the 0-1, and Wood swings and crushes this one out to left center field, and that one's off the very top of the green monster. This one should drive in some runs, though. Wood into second on the play. And it's gone! Watch it fly, James Wood. So Gamboa's giving up runs now. Wood with his meditation celebration. It's now a 10-0 game. The Nationals are into double digits. Watch it fly, James Wood. 3 more runs on the board and a 3-run home run for James Wood. Watch it fly. James just sneaks it out of here. They said it's a home run. At least the umpires are signaling it's a home run for now. Wood puts it off the very top of the wall. James Wood delivers, and it's now a 10-0 game over the Green Monster as a lefty, which is insane. That's really good. He gets it out of here, and it's a pitch to Meade, and he grounds this one to the first baseman in the hole. Contreras flips it up to the pitcher covering in time. So that one in the inning. But the Nationals, we still got more to do before we leave here. James Wood, with his meditation celebration, hits a 3-run home run, and the Nationals are into double digits as Wood goes Apotaco once again, this time with a 3-run tank to left center field. James Wood with a classic opposite field home run, but he does it at Fenway Park, which is even harder to do. That's his second home run of the series, home run number 22. All right, everybody, let's do it.
N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo! N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo!
What do I do with this arm?
N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo!
So here we go, everybody. 10-0 game now. James Wood puts 3 more on the board. So Gamboa ends up getting 2 earned runs. Or excuse me, Moran gets 2 earned runs. Gamboa gets 1. So it's a 3-run bomb. 3 runs in the inning on only 1 hit. No runs, no runners left. No errors, no runners left on base. About time, Wood. This is Curly W Express. Here we go, everybody. 7th inning stretch. It'll be a quick 7th inning stretch as we got that home run at the end. We'll be back in just a moment.
N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo!
So that sound effect plays as we are back. It is a 10-0 game. The Nationals get 3 more runs on the board, courtesy of a James Wood 3-run tank as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Nationals continue to pile it on here. They hit one off of Gamboa. His first runs given up in the big leagues is a James Wood Apotaco home run at Fenway Park. That's really impressive, especially the fact that he's a lefty. But that's just the power, and there you go. James Wood has so much power to the opposite field as now Andrew Alvarez will take over here in the bottom of the 7th, keep going. He has 5 strikeouts on the day as well. Mrs. C, I step away and come back, 3 more runs. Who got the home run? James Wood hit the home run, so you were correct. Here's the first pitch to Monasterio, and that's upstairs, ball 1. So you were correct. James Wood got it. James Wood hits a bomb. So now Monasterio here will face Alvarez, who goes into the wind. Here's the 1-0 to Monasterio. That's going to be outside, ball 2, so it'll be a 2-0 count. Mr. C here stepping back as well. Got the Wood Apotaco. Yes, we did. Here comes the 1-1, and that is low, ball 2. So it looks like that was called a strike. Wow. That pitch earlier was called a strike, so it'll be a 2-1 count now. Wow. 2-1 here. Here's the pitch to Monasterio. Swinging a ground ball. This is to the shortstop, Nunez. He fields, fires, in time for out number 1. So Nunez induces an out. Awesome. Andrew Alvarez just continues to just do amazing out there on the mound. He is cruising right now. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Connor Wong now has been on base twice with that. That was more of an error. I think they're still giving it a hit. I call it more of an error with that Nunez play. Here's the first pitch to Connor Wong from Alvarez. That's high, ball 1, so it'll be a 1-0 count now. But there you go. The Nationals get some more runs on the board. It's now 10-0. They are trying to complete the series win here in Boston. Here comes the 1-0 from Alvarez. That is in there, called. Strike 1, so it's a 1-1 count. I think James Wood just sneaking it out. Apotaco. He pulls one in the first game. He goes Oppo in the 3rd game of this series. Here comes the 1-1 from Andrew Alvarez. Here comes the pitch. Check swing, but it's upstairs, ball 2, so it'll be a 2-1 count now. Tole, the starter, didn't go long. He gives up 6 runs. Then Watson and Moran give up 3 combined and 1 from Gamboa. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss at a slider low and in. So it'll be a 2-2 count now. 2-2 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Louie's going to lead off for the Nats in the top of the 8th as Alvarez steps back onto the rubber. Into the wind. Here comes the 2-2 to Connor Wong. He delivers. High out, ball 3, so it'll be a 3-2 count now. 3-2 here with 1 out. Thank you to everyone tuning in, and once again, I'm going to point out the hat. This was a giveaway years ago. This is not even a hat I bought. This was free. A trucker cap, Nationals 4th of July hat. Here comes the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Connor Wong out in front of that slider that is in the zone. Strikeout number 6 for Awesome Andrew, who continues to strike batters out. Out of the pen in the bulk relief strategy, Awesome Andrew strikes out 6. He's striking out half a dozen now. And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Awesome Andrew, keep cruising. He's at 71 pitches now. He'll face Anthony Siegler now. Here's the pitch to Siegler. Swing and a miss. He's early on a slider as well, and it would be an 0-1 count. They can't hit anything right now. The slider they can't hit. The fastball they can't hit. It is working right now. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Awesome Andrew will go into the wind here. Here's the 0-1 to Siegler. He delivers. That's high ball 1 with a fastball, so that'll even up the count at 1-1. 1-1 here, 2 outs. Alvarez will go into the wind. Here's the 1-1 to Siegler. Swinging a fly ball out to center. Coming in is Young. Coming in is Cruz. Now it's going to be Dylan Cruz, and Young makes the catch at the last second. So that was right in between both of them. And at the last second, Young reaches at his glove and makes the catch. That was kind of a blue fly ball in between them. They both looked like they were going to get it. Cruz looked like he had it. And then Young ducks out at the last second and makes the catch. So, yes, the Nationals are through 7 scoreless. Andrew Alvarez and Brad Lord combined 7 scoreless. 4 1/3 from Awesome Andrew, who could go out there for his longest outing of the year probably if he goes back out there for an 8th inning. Whoa, what is going on in Boston? Someone check those bats for holes. Yeah. Well, they had to face the Bull and Awesome Andrew today. So they faced 2 good pitchers. The Bull, who's been great, and Awesome Andrew Alvarez, who's been better than great. But now head to the top of the 8th. Nationals hold a 10-0 lead on the Red Sox as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Let's go Nats. Keep doing what you are doing right now, boys. Thanks to everyone who tuned in for today's broadcast. The Nationals hold a double-digit lead now over the Red Sox. Still, now let's get a few more. 10 is not safe in D.C. As long as it's the Nationals playing, leads are not safe. Nationals need to add a few more on the board. It'll be Garcia, Cruz, and Lyle for this Nationals team as we head to the top of the 8th inning in a 10-0 game. Here we go, everybody. Let's do it. Louie will hit against Gamboa here. Gamboa came in to face Millis at first, and then Wood goes yard, home run number 22, and then Meade grounded out. Now to pile on in the 8th inning so we can see the Red Sox put in a position player in the 9th. Exactly. To pile on, I want to see a position player pitch and make it a Nationals lead so we can get enough runs so we have a good lead. So we head to the top of the 8th inning. It'd be nice to see a position player pitch. And I know Mr. C loves watching position players pitch. And I do too. I think it's really fun. And they don't usually do it I haven't seen it in an afternoon game in a while. I usually see it in evening games. Because I feel like they do better on evening games. This is an afternoon game where the Nationals are laying the hammer down here in the top of the 8th inning. Here we go. It'll be Louie now to face Gamboa. Coming set is Gamboa. He waits. Now here comes the pitch to Louie. Louie takes a sinker right in there, called strike 1. Kind of pulled off. Didn't even want to swing at all. They got to get aggressive here. Stay aggressive until the last pitch of the game. Get the win. Finish that plate, says Curly W Express. Yep, they finished the plate for now, but they're getting a refill here. Get some more runs. Here's the 0-1. And Garcia slaps it up the middle, but Monasterio's playing there. He'll go to first in time for out number 1. So it's out number 1 here in the top of the 8th. Then I'll now bring up Dylan Cruz, who's been on base 4 times today. He's 2 for 2 with hits and then 2 walks as well. 2 hits, 2 walks. he's playing really, really well right now. 236 average for him, 5 home runs as well. So Dylan Cruz right now is just doing amazing. The Nationals return home for 3 games, 3 series in a 3-series homestand. So they're going to play Pittsburgh and then Houston, then the New York Yankees. Here's the pitch to Cruz. Swing and a miss, a slider. It's an 0-1 count now. 0-1 here in the top of the 8th with 1 out. Cruz is 2 for 2 on the day. Coming set is Gamboa. He faces a righty here in Cruz. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And Cruz swinging a miss, a slider low in the zone, and it's an 0-2 count. If Alvarez, I think if he works the next inning, he's worked his longest outing of the year. He's worked now 4 1/3. Or now he's worked 4.2 innings. This is his longest outing anyway. Just keep making it longer, awesome Andrew. It'll be an 0-2 here from Gamboa to Cruz. Here's the pitch to Cruz. Gamboa, he sets now the pitch. And Cruz takes a slider down low ball. Wanted to be a 1-2 count. Already, though, Cruz has been on base 4 times. He's doing something special. Hasn't scored at all yet. Young's been on base 3 times today. Nunez hit a home run. On base 3 times as well as Millis. Wood's been on 3. Meade twice. Here comes the 1-2. Swinging a miss at a fastball outside. So Cruz is down swinging. And that's out number 2 here in the top of the 8th. That'll now bring up Dalen Lyle. So Dalen Lyle will hit here with 2 outs. A lefty-lefty matchup. Lyle's 0 for 4 on the day. Hopefully he can find his way on, but he did have a fielder's choice earlier. He's had a fly out, a fielder's choice, a double play, and a strikeout in today's game as Gamboa comes set. He will pitch to Dalen Lyle here. Here's the pitch. And Lyle swinging a foul back, and it'll be an 0-1 count now. 0-1 here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Nationals hold a double-digit lead on the Red Sox. All they got to do at this point is hold it. 0-1 here with 2 outs. Nationals pitching now. You got to get Awesome Andrew to work as hard as he can, get it done. The 0-1 here from Gamboa to Lyle. And Lyle swinging a ground ball foul. It'll be an 0-2 count. So 0-2 here with 2 outs now. Lyle could use a little offensive power right here. Just get back into his groove that he found last season. Any way at all. So here comes the 0-2 from Gamboa to the fellow lefty Lyle. Here comes the pitch from Gamboa. He delivers. Swinging a line drive right center field, and that one's going to plug the gap and go all the way off that little short wall there. Lyle's going to cruise in a second with another double. Dalen Lyle delivers here with 2 outs with another double. He hits a nice little celebration here. He's 1 for 5 on the day. Dalen Lyle delivers with a double in the gap. That's what he needs right there. Just get a hit. Find his way back into the hit column. Feel a little bit better. So a double in the gap off that wall of the bullpen out there in right center field. Picking it up is the center fielder, Raphael, and he fired it in. But Dalen Lyle already got in to second base. That was hit 105.7 off the bat. Wow. So now Jacob Young here will hit with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Here's the pitch to Young. Young takes a fastball inside at 97, and it's a 1-0 count now. 225 average, 8 home runs, 31 runs driven in. Coming set is Gamboa. Here comes the pitch to Young. And Young takes a slider low and in ball 2, so to be a 2-0 count. I think they could finish the plate right here if they could get a couple more runs on the board. Get some sort of 2-out rally going. They can finish the plate. It'll be a 2-0 here with 2 outs. Lyle gets his lead from second. Seems like some of the Red Sox fans are leaving. They don't want to stick it out. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Young. And Young takes a slider in there, called strike 1, low part of the zone. Should be a 2-1 count. Gamboa is at 20 pitches in this outing at Fenway, where the Nationals are losing deeply. The Nationals trying to go home with a series win, though. Come back home with a couple series wins. The 2-1 is high, ball 3, so it'll be a 3-1 count. The Cavalli Fever. Yep, that's a good one. The Cavalli Fever. So it'll be 3-1 here with 2 outs. I remember when Cavalli kept having injury problems, and he finally got his start in 2022, and then he's injured. Here comes the 3-1 to Young. High and in, ball 4. So Jacob Young's going to take a walk. That's his 4th time on base in the game. He, too, has 2 hits and 2 walks now. So that'll put runners on first and second now for Jorbit Vivas here with 2 outs. Vivas still doesn't have a knock in today's game. He is the only guy in the game without a hit. So Jorbit Vivas Everyone else has a hit. Wood has 2. Meade has 1. Both Chaparro and Garcia picked up 1. Cruz has 2. Lyle has 1. Young has 2. Vivas doesn't have 1. Nunez has 1. And Millis has 1. Vivas is the last remaining one. Here's the pitch. And Vivas swinging a ground ball. The second baseman has it. He will go to first in time. So Vivas is going to be the one guy in the order probably without a base hit in today's game unless the Nationals get a rally going in the 9th. But we will end the top of the 8th there. 1 hit, 2 runners left on base with a walk as well. So we'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's still the Nationals 10 and the Red Sox 0. Let's go. Still holding the lead.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
So I'm assuming they're probably going to stick with Awesome Andrew for a little while longer, maybe an inning more. He is low in the pitch count compared to where he usually is. Sometimes it takes him 80-some pitches to get through 4 innings. He's at 70, and he's through 4 2/3 right now. I mean, Brad Lord didn't need a great outing. Sure, Lord did not have his best outing today. It's not like he needed to be a starter today. 2 1/3, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. And it took him a lot of pitches to get through that. Lord, 53 pitches, 2 1/3. Alvarez here has 74 pitches, and he's through 4 2/3. So maybe give him one more inning. Give him a little more time. Give him a little work. I mean, why not let him loose? Keep the bullpen healthy. Use them when you need to. The bullpen has been well rested this week. The bullpen has gotten a rest all week. Meatball works the first game, 7 innings. And then Cavalli works 7 innings on Tuesday. So this bullpen is getting a pat on the back from the pitching staff. They just are getting help from these starters, especially Awesome Andrew, who didn't usually go this long. I mean, his longest was 4 1/3 this year. He could go 5 innings right here. He's doing his part to help out the bullpen, and I really like that. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Riley Cornelio's into the game. Oh, boy. So Riley Cornelio's been put into the game for the Nationals. Can of Cornelio is going to be the guy they go with. Try to put this one away. Cornelio, we'll get his numbers in a second, but he'll come in here in the 8th inning after Awesome Andrew successfully works 4 2/3. He doesn't give up any runs. He does end up giving up. Let's check his line, though. Awesome Andrew, 4 2/3. Let's just say that. 4 2/3. 2 hits, no runs, and a walk, and 6 strikeouts. That's good. And only 2 free passes given up. And he didn't give up any runs, and he gave up 2 free passes. Let's go. We just gained a sub. We're at 525. Let's go. Awesome Andrew let out a yell on his 4th strikeout, too, and it got him out of that jam, or the 3rd one. So now Cornelio here with the inside ball 1 to Sinan Rafaela here in the bottom of the 8th. Riley Cornelio will take over for the Nationals. It'll be a 1-0 here. Cornelio comes set. 3 games, a 1-1 record with a 6.48. The can of corn. Cornelio goes to the plate, and that's outside ball 2. So can of Cornelio will pitch here. 3 games, an 0-1 record with a 6.48 over 8 1/3 innings. He has a whip of 192, 4 strikeouts over 8 1/3. He comes set. It'd be a 2-0. Here's the pitch to Rafaela. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and it's a 2-1 count. Cornelio, the past hasn't had some great outings. We could use a nice little easy Cornelio outing right here. Try to hold it down. Coming set is Cornelio. Here comes the 2-1 to Rafaela. He delivers. Swinging a foul off of Millis' mask. Going to be a 2-2 count, but it is 2-2 now. Got his debut in April against Chicago. He did lose the game. He worked 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, and a strikeout. So 2-2 here with no outs. Here comes the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball down the third base line and fair. So that's a hit. Given up. Rafaela rounding first. He'll stop there as he trips a little bit around the bag. But that's a base hit. Vivas will almost throw back to first, but a base hit for Rafaela. So here we go. Putting in Cornelio is obviously a mistake. Let's take him out now. Put in PJ Pullen now. But Cornelio gives up a hit. Can of Cornelio gives up a single down the line. That is what happens when you pitch Riley Cornelio, though. That happens. As now base hit, there's a runner on first here with no outs. Abreu will hit now. Wilyer Abreu with a runner at first. Coming sets Cornelio. Here's the pitch to Abreu. Clips the outer part of the zone. It's an 0-1 count. Let's go. Clip it. So 0-1 here, no outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. Come on, Corn, says Curly W Express. Yeah, come on. It'd be an 0-1 here. Here's the pitch to Abreu. And Cornelio misses with a fastball high and out, ball 1. So Cornelio sent down all of May and a good amount of June. He's in AAA. And then he gets called up beginning of June, and he gets a couple outings since then. Getting sent back down, and now he's back up here in July. Here comes the 1-1. Swinging a fly ball, foul, going to be a 1-2. If he gives up a run, take him out. Yeah, I agree. We're on the pace for a shutout here, which we don't do often. This bullpen is not made for shutouts, but they're going to try to do that right here. 1-2 here with no outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. Cornelio checks on the runner. He comes set. Here comes the 1-2 to Abreu. He delivers. High ball 2 with a fastball at 98 miles an hour, so that'll even up the count at 2-2. Also get him a strikeout, though. He's only worked about 8 1/3, and he has 5 strikeouts. Get him a strikeout. Or he has 4 over 8 1/3. And he also has a 6.48 ERA. It'll be a 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a fastball away. Riley Can of Cornelio sets down Wilyer Abreu for out number 1. So he gives up a hit but comes back with a strikeout. So that's out number 1. I mean, Cornelio back in AAA Rochester was a starter. I mean, just looking at his last outing before getting called up here. We'll check on that real quickly. I mean, he wasn't a long starter, though. That's the thing. He was not ever really a long starter. So here comes the pitch to Contreras, and he takes it in there. Called strike 1. It's no 1 count. Some other outings. He worked 2 games in June before June 12th getting sent down. He worked the bulk of a bullpen game, though, after Zach Littell got taken out early of a game at home against Seattle. Here comes the 0-1, and Contreras swinging a drive down the left field line, but that is going to hook foul, so I mean 0-2 count. Looks like a guy's going to get that ball, though, and he's happy about it. So I mean 0-2 count here with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. But the thing is, Cornelio didn't do terrible in that game. 4 1/3, 3 hits, 3 runs. I mean, he was expected to just hold down the fort for a little while, and that's what he did. So I give him credit for that game. That was his last outing before getting sent down to AAA Rochester. He's back up here, the corresponding move for Lovelady and Parker getting sent on the IL. The 0-2, just high ball 1, but the Nats don't have any challenges left. Millis wants a challenge, but he can't get it. Millis has been good at challenging lately. That's the thing. He's 2 for 2 on the day. It's the hitters that haven't been good, Nunez especially, and Vivas, as Cornelio looks in for his sign. He's got it, and he comes set. It'll be a 1-2 here to Contreras. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit center field. Young will grab it. Stopping at second is going to be Rafaela, but Wilson Contreras with his second hit of the day. So now 1 out here, and there's runners at first and second with 1 gone. Come on, Cornelio just gave up a hit now. Take him out now. Put in someone else. Please, put in Palmquist by this point. Give Palmquist some work. Palmquist is good, too. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Coming set is Cornelio. Here comes the pitch to Romy Gonzalez with 1 out. And Gonzalez takes a fastball up high, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. 1-0 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Romy Gonzalez has a 100 average this season. Not 300, not 200, 100. So Cornelio comes set. Here comes the 1-0 to Romy Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. That's inside, ball 2 with a slider, so it'll be a 2-0 count now. 2-0 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nationals trying to get anything done here in Boston. Try to hold down this good lead as Cornelio comes set. It'll be a 2-0 to Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball out to right. Coming in his crew. Still on the run. Diving catch not made. So now moving up to third is Rafaela. Romy Gonzalez thought he was out. He slammed his bat down after it, but he's on first now. Dylan Cruz can't make the diving catch. So there's 1 out now, and the bases are loaded. So Cornelio continues to give up another run. Gonzalez threw his bat down. Thought he flied out, but that ball died. Cruz came in and can't make the diving catch. So now the bases are loaded. Cornelio gives up yet another hit. They're going to give him a single on that. So Cornelio's given up 3 hits in the inning. So 1 out now, and now Durbin takes it up high, ball 1 with a slider, so it'll be a 1-0 count. If he hits a grand slam, oh my gosh. We have a shutout going right now in the bottom 8th. All we need is 5 outs, but yet again, where the Nationals bullpen is. The Red Sox just challenged a ball, a strike, and it is overturned to a ball. Caleb Durbin challenged that. That one off by a lot. Doesn't even have a measurement. So it'll be 1-0 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. I thought that was up for a ball anyway. Here comes the 1-0 to Duran from Cornelio, the pitch. And Duran swings and fouls this one back. Going to be a 1-1 count now. 1-1 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nationals just got to hold down the fort. He got to get out of here. He got to get out of there. Get him out. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, too. He's gotten 1 out. He's given up 3 hits. So it'll be a 1-1 here. Cornelio comes set. Here comes the 1-1 to Duran. He delivers. And Duran takes a slider low and out, ball 2, so it'll be a 2-1 count. Really, why is he in the game right now? Why? Put in Palmquist in this situation. Give Palmquist some work. We have an off day tomorrow. We're coming back on Friday, and we're playing the Pirates. Give a guy who is very cold some work. Riley Cornelio was a starter down in AAA. Here comes the 2-1 to Duran. That's low, ball 3. This is a guy who's proven he gives up runs at the big league level. I don't think he's had a scoreless outing yet. That's the thing. He hasn't even had a scoreless outing. Palmquist did well in his first game. We had a 10-0 game. That's just 3-1 here with 1 out. I think he's yet to have an outing without giving up runs. Yeah, he's yet to have an outing without giving up runs. This would be his first time. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. And a 96-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone. It'll be a 3-2 count now. 3-2 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Come on. Get it done right here. Come on, Cornelio. Just stay in the zone. Don't walk him. He had walk trouble in his first outing. Going to be a 3-2 here. Here's the pitch from Cornelio. Inside ball 4, and he walked in a run. So Riley Cornelio is going to walk in a run. It's now a 10-1 game. He has retired 1 hitter, and he's given up 3 hits and a walk. Take him out. Now Simon Matthews will come out. He is, oh my gosh, he walked in a run. That is his one problem. We know that's his problem, and we just let him sit by and do it. So it's now a 10-1 game. The Red Sox have a run. Riley Cornelio is throwing 11 balls, 12 strikes. He is barely over the 50% mark. He walked a hitter, and he gave up 3 hits. Put someone up in the bullpen, please. I don't want them to come back, and I know they will if we leave Cornelio in. For every 5 batters he faced, he retires 1. It's now Nate Eaton will come to the plate with the bases loaded. Of 5 batters, he has retired 1, and the other 4 have found their way on. 1 out here, bottom of the 8th. OMG, can of Cornelio take him out? Yes. I mean, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th, you got to take him out. Look at what's happening here. We got 1 out, and he's gotten everyone else on base. Everyone else has touched base on hits or walks. Not even errors. This is Cornelio's doing now. Take him out. Exactly. So now it would be Nate Eaton here. Cornelio comes set. Just tell him to throw strikes down the middle. But then again, he'd probably hit it for a grand slam. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Foul to be 0-1 count. Just put in Palmquist for the 9th. Put in Zach Kent back out there for the 9th. Kent did well. Cornelio did not. They need to change now. Yeah. And they're not. They're going to stay with him. And they'll probably stay with him for the 9th too, which I really don't like. And he can't even get a ground ball here. It's been all fly balls. Here comes the 0-1. That's high ball 1 with a fastball at 97, so that'll even up the count. Let's go. Another sub. We're now at 526. Thank you so much to that new subscriber. 1-1 here with 1 out. Cornelio looks in for his sign. He comes set. The 1-1 here to Eaton. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider until 1-2 count. Let's see if he can retire another hitter. That'd be awesome if he can retire 2 before he's taken out of the game. Be a 1-2 here with 1 out. Bottom of the 8th inning. Cornelio sets. Here's the 1-2. Just low, ball 2. So that one just clipped the bottom part of the zone. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Looking at the ABS, that is a ball. If he walks in another one, surely they'll yoink him. It'll be a 2-2. I agree. Here comes the 2-2 to Eaton. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. This is to Nunez. He'll go to second in time for 1, and that's all they'll get. So they'll get a fielder's choice here, drives in a run. So fielder's choice and an RBI. Duran is out at second, but another run scores. So it's now 10-2. So now Gonzalez able to move up to third. Up to first is Eaton, but out at second is Duran, and scoring is Contreras. So it's now a 10-2 game on that fielder's choice. Now 2 outs in the inning. So that'll bring up Andrew Monasterio here, who's 1 for 3. Here comes the pitch. And that's high ball 1. So 1-0 here. Here comes the 1-0 from Cornelio. Swinging a chopper foul to be a 1-1. So it'll be 1-1 here. Looks like Monasterio checked back to the umpire to ask something here. I don't know what he could ask, though. Can't really challenge that you hit the ball. Here's the 1-1. And that is outside ball 2. So it's a 10-2 game now. Coming set is Cornelio. Excuse me here. It'll be a 2-1 pitch. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul, and it's a 2-2 count now. It's going to be 2-2 here. Here's the pitch to Monasterio. Inside ball 3. This time, if he walks him at least, it won't be a run. It'll only bases loaded. The next walk he has will bring in a run. So it'll be 3-2 here with 2 outs. Or he could just strike him out. That'd be cool too. But that means the tying run's coming up in a few ABs. Now just put in Palmquist, man. Palmquist, give him another chance. Show that Palmquist is a good arm. But now it's a save situation in the Nationals book. Looking at the way they play. Coming sets Cornelio. The 3-2 here to Monasterio. Swinging a fly ball foul, and we'll do 3-2 again. So 3-2 here with 2 outs. All fastballs so far. Can of Cornelio learn to throw a breaking ball here? So it'll be 3-2 to 2 outs. And he's fouling off pitches, so he will definitely go to whatever breaking ball he throws. They never show his pitch options. Here's the pitch from Cornelio to Monasterio. He delivers. Called. Strike 3 with a slider. Cornelio gets out of it. He gets 2 strikeouts in the inning, but he does give up 2 runs. So 2 runs in the inning. Both are earned, but he gets the called strike 3. 3 hits in the inning, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. So 2 more runs on the board. It's now 10-2 as we head to the top of the 9th inning. So everybody, we'll go to this screen real quickly. Be sure to go vote CJ for the All-Star game. So now let's see. Hopefully, Palmquist is warming up. Because it's been an inning. He gave up 2 runs. He's on pace to make it a 10-4 game. But it does a save in the Nationals book because it's under 9 runs. But we'll head to the top of the 9th inning, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. It'll be Nunez, Millis, and Wood for the Nationals. All guys who do have a hit in this game. So far, Vivas is the only one who doesn't have a hit. But that's okay. Thank you, Ken of Cornelio. Yep. Got him out. At least he got the strikeout. I mean, good backdoor slider there just to get him looking. So, what to the 9th, everybody? Nationals have 1 inning to get some more runs on the board, try to get anything going here. Just do anything to hold that lead and take this series. So, we head to the top of the 9th inning. Nationals trail by 8 runs. Or, excuse me, lead by 8 runs. It'd be bad if they trailed by 8 runs. But here we go, top of the 9th, everybody. Nationals trying to hold this lead at 8. Be really nice if they could. Nunez, Millis, and Wood. Wood has a home run in the game, a 3-run tank for James Wood, which was really awesome. That was an awesome Andrew type of play. But first, be sure to go vote that guy for All-Star. That's more important than the score of the game, is getting this dude in the All-Star game. Good thing we stream it every time we do. We put up this, so you can go look at that. So you got to be able to go vote CJ Abrams for All-Star starter. There's this QR code, or you can go to MLB.com/vote. So we head to the 9th, everybody. Nationals have a 10-2 lead, and Nunez will lead it off. Let's see if they pinch hit for him. Maybe they'll send up Tenna to the plate. But Nunez is a switch hitter anyway, and he's a home run in the game. He's 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a bomb. So not your prototypical Nunez day, as looks like Gamboa will stay out there. Here's the first pitch to Nunez. And Nunez takes a slider inside. Ball 1, to be a 1-0 count. So it'll be a 1-0 here. Here's the pitch to Nunez, and that's high ball 2. So it'll be 2-0 here with no outs. Cornelio, sure, gave up 2 runs, but it also, I know we do make a lot of jokes about Cornelio. Here comes the 2-0 to Nunez, and he fouls this one off. Let's think about this. Cornelio at AAA was a starter. Let's just think about it that way. Plain and simple, he was a starter. We don't really call up starters and have them relieve games. I don't think there's many starters that are told, hey, you're called up. You're going to make your debut out of the pen. Here comes the 2-1 to Nunez, and that is in there, called strike 2. This game is winding down. Thanks for a great afternoon, District Nation, and a great series. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. C, for tuning in, whichever one that may be. So it'll be 2-2 here. Gamboa comes set. He bends over before he comes set. Now he goes to his spot. The 2-2 to Nunez in the dirt, ball 3. The thing is, he is a starter. That's the thing. He is a molded starter. He was made as a starter. Tigers, Yankees slugging at Yankee Stadium. We'll have to check up on those scores before we head to the bottom of the 9th. So coming set to Gamboa. It'll be a 3-2 here to Nunez. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4, and Nassim takes a walk. So Nunez on base for the second time. He gets 1 for 4. That'll be his final line probably. So Carson Palmquist is now up in the pen. So good to see Palmquist is going to get a chance here. But at the same time, Nunez did meh. Or, excuse me, Cornelio did meh. He gave up 2 runs over an inning. The ERA at that point is only 18. So his ERA is probably going to go down. It was 6. Here comes the first pitch to Millis. That's in there, called strike 1 with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and it'll be an 0-1 count now. So 0-1 here in the top of the 9th. Runner at first here with no outs. Coming set is Gamboa. He bends over. Looks like Nunez has a good lead. No one holding him on. Here's the pitch. And Millis takes it inside, ball 1. So that'll even up the count at 1-1. Before the game ends, I will put that QR code back up so you can vote Abrams, because we got to vote CJ. We got to get him into the All-Star game. Coming set is Gamboa. It'll be a 1-1 here. Here's the pitch to Drew. So I'm going to slap foul, and it'll be 1-2 now. So 1-2 here with no outs in the top of the 9th. Looks like Palmquist is going to come on for the 9th inning. I love seeing Wood go oppo over the green monster, though. It'll be a 1-2 here. Coming set is Gamboa. Here's the pitch to Millis. Inside, ball 2 with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So it'll be a 2-2 now. 2-2 here with no outs in the top of the 9th inning. Red Sox trail by 8. Nationals hold the lead, trying to put away a game and a series and get a 2-game win streak going. It will be a 2-2 here. Now a timeout taken, but we'll do 2-2 again here. Millis. You'll notice his lefty stance is much more open than his righty stance. He's more closed off from the right side. Here comes the 2-2 again to Millis. Swinging a fly ball out to left, going back to the left fielder, but Eaton's under it, and Eaton will make the catch route number 1. Millis put a decent swing on it, looked a little in front and reached out for it, but he can't get it out of here. So that's out number 1, and that'll now bring up James Wood here, who is 2 for 4 on the day with a couple runs. So he's got himself a single and a bomb. So here with 1 out, James Wood's going to try to drive in some more runs, try to put some more on, help out the team a little bit here with 1 out. So Gamboa comes set here. He waits. Now here comes the first pitch to James Wood. He swings and lines this one down the third base line and foul to be an 0-1 count. So I think we shouldn't be as hard on our guy, James Wood, because maybe, just maybe, it's because he's a starter. He's having a little more trouble. Maybe that's a little bit like it. Maybe he just needs to learn to adapt from a starter to reliever, as here comes the 0-1 to Wood. And that's outside ball 1. I mean, Parker had a lot of work in the big leagues, 2 years basically, as a starter in the big leagues, and then he's dropped down to a reliever. So it'll be a 1-1 here with 1 out. Here comes the pitch to Wood. Wood takes outside with a sinker, ball 2. So it'll be 2-1 now. 2-1 here with 1 out. Top of the 9th inning. Nationals trying to just hold this lead. Maybe try to help out the team as well. I wonder who's winning that Yankees-Tigers game as Gamboa comes set. Here comes the 2-1 to Wood. That's outside, ball 3. It'll be a 3-1 count now. So Tigers-Yankees, it's a 3-2 game here in the top of the 11th. Bases loaded, 1-1, 2 outs over there. Wow. It's a good game. Camilo Doval came into the game. He's facing James Outman of the Tigers. Coming set is Gamboa. It'll be a 3-1 here to Wood. Here's the pitch. And Wood swinging a foul off. It'll be 3-2. Ooh, 6-2 now. So they just got 3 more runs on the board. So it's now 6-2 over there in the 11th inning. So the Tigers got a little bit more. It'll be 3-2 here with 1 out. Coming set is Gamboa. Here comes the 3-2 to James Wood. He delivers. And Wood takes upstairs, ball 4 with a slider. So now 2 walks in the inning. Gamboa gives up 2 walks. He walks Nunez, then gets Mills to fly out. Then he walks Wood now with 1 out. So now that'll bring up Curtis Mead here with runners at first and second and 1 gone. I mean, they're probably just going to stick with Gamboa here. No reason to take him out. Just let him ride. Let him ride out till the end. Looks like Fenway Park winding down. A lot of fans are leaving their seats. Coming set to Gamboa here with 1 out. Here comes the pitch to Mead. And Mead takes upstairs ball 1. Going to see them Yankees on Friday. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Have fun with that, Curly W Express. I don't know when the next game I'll be going to is. I actually have no idea. Coming set is Gamboa. Here's the 1-0. Mead takes inside and high ball 2 with a fastball, so it'll be 2-0 now. 2-0 here with 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. Looks like there's a Red Sox challenge, but it is still a ball. So the Red Sox challenged it, and the Red Sox lose a challenge. There you go. They lose a challenge. They challenged that one thinking they could overturn it. That was the catcher, Wong, wanting a overturn. It'll be a 2-0 here to Mead. Here's the pitch. Mead swinging a ground ball. This is going to be in the hole left field. Rounding third, headed for home is Nunez. The throw is in time. The tag is in time as well. Nunez gunned out, trying for home. Didn't even slide, really. He tries to run home on a base hit to left, and he's out for out number 2. So Nunez cut down on that play. Mead with a routine hit there out to left. Nunez tried to score on it. Estevez was aggressive here in an 8-run game, but he can't get the RBI. And Nunez didn't really slide. He was gunned out. He thought he could have been safe, but he's out. So I don't even think Nunez touched home on that. So 2 outs here, and that'll bring up Luis Garcia Jr. Now there's runners at first and second as well. So he's cut down for out number 2. Here's the pitch to Louie. And Louie grounds this one to the second baseman. He fields cleanly. That's Siegler over to first in time for out number 3. So that will end the inning. The Nationals head to the bottom of the 9th and try to hold this one down. You know, Mead almost drove in another one. He almost drove in another one. He just barely couldn't drive in Nunez. Nunez cut down at home. Didn't even slide. So we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. It'll be Wong, Siegler, and Rafaela in the bottom of the 9th inning. So we head to the bottom of the 9th. Thanks to everybody for tuning in to today's broadcast. We got you with one more inning of baseball. Then we're probably going to head over to PAS because he's doing the Mets game. But stay right here. See how this game ends for now. You won't want to miss this ending in case the Nats blow it. So we head to the bottom of the 9th, everyone. I believe it's going to be Palmquist for the 9th inning for the Nats. I believe they're going to probably switch it over to Palmquist. Only 4 arms so far for the Nats, if Palmquist even comes in. So we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. 4 arms for the Red Sox. It's going to be 4 for the Nats. Don't play with your food, says Curly W Express. Yep. Do not play with your food. Just get out of it. Just get out of it. Get the win. Just get the win, please. Get the win and be done. Bottom of the 9th, everybody. Let's do it. So we got 16 likes on the stream. Let's go. Now we're 16. We have over 300 views on the day. I mean, it's a matinee game, but still a lot of views. I mean, good amount of views. And we are over 500 subs, which was the big goal, at least for me, at some point. Wanted to hit that probably before preseason. Or not before preseason. I'd like to be at 1,000 come NFL season. That'd be really nice if we could hit 1,000. So we head to the bottom of the 9th, everybody. Let's see who takes the mound for this Nationals roster now. Maybe they'll stick with Palmquist. Palmquist will come in here in the ninth after Cornelio works an inning. Carson Palmquist will take over for the Nationals. One game. He has a 2.70 ERA. But here we go. He will take over here in the ninth. First pitch is going to be not in the zone. Ball one. It's going to be a 1-0 count. Let's see what that pitch was. Kind of writing him into the scorebook. Forgot to look, and it was outside ball one. So it'll be a 1-0 here. He opened up as an opener against the Phillies, and that's going to be inside ball two. It's a 2-0 count. He will face Connor Wong here for the first batter he faces. 281 average for Wong. A home run and 14 runs driven in. Coming set is Palmquist. It'll be a 2-0 here to Wong. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul. It'll be a 2-1 count. One inning from Cornelio. He gives up 2 runs on 3 hits. Did he walk a guy? He walked a guy and struck out 2. Decent outing for Cornelio. 527 subscribers. Let's go. We just gained another. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be inside ball 3 with a 3-1 with a 75-mile-an-hour sweeper. Wasn't he recently called up? He was called up. He was called up for the Phillies game a week ago to start the game. A week ago in that Phillies series. And then he's sent down that night. And then he's recalled when Lovelady goes down. The 3-1 is in there. Called. Strike 2. The Red Sox are down to 1 challenge. They can challenge a little if they want to. He was recalled when Lovelady and Parker went on the IL. The calls were Carson Palmquist and Riley Cornelio when that happens. To be 3-2 here. So fairly recently, I think a few days ago. I think it was during the Orioles series, those two were called up. The 3-2. Swinging a ground ball. This is going to be chopped to the third baseman, Meade. He grabs it. Fires to first on the run. Not in time. So Meade can't make the play, and that's a base hit for Connor Wong here with no outs in the bottom of the ninth. Just get the win, boys. Just get the win. So are they going to give him a base hit? You cannot give him a base hit on that. That was not a hit. Wong just barely beat it, too. If Meade makes the play, I bet he's out. But no outs here in the bottom of the ninth. They're going to give him a single. So no outs here, and that'll bring up now Anthony Siegler. Palmquist sets. Here's the pitch to Siegler, and that's outside of the sweeper, ball 1, not in the zone at 74. So we 1-0 here in the bottom of the ninth, and a runner at first. Palmquist looks in for his sign. He's got it, and he comes set. Here comes the 1-0. That is in there. Called. Strike 1 in the outside corner with a sinker. So it'll be a 1-1 count now. 1-1, no outs, bottom of the ninth. Palmquist looks in for his sign. He's got it. It'll be a 1-1 here to Siegler. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Hit to center, but Jacob Young is under it. Young now takes a couple steps back. He makes the catch route number 1 and will fire this one back in. Wong can go nowhere. He just retreats back to first. So that's out number 1. That'll bring up Cedon Rafaela here with 1 out. Good play there by Jacob Young, looking into the sun. Good thing he has sunglasses on, though. But looking into the sun and makes the play for out number 1. So that'll now bring up Cedon Rafaela. Has a hit in the game and scored. Here's the pitch. Rafaela takes a cutter that clips the top part of the zone, and it's an 0-1 count. That cutter at 82 just clipped the zone, so it'll be an 0-1 count. Palmquist looks in for his sign. He's got it. It'll be an 0-1 here to Rafaela. Here's the pitch. Swing and a bloop out towards left center. That's going to plug the gap, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. Rounding second, headed for third is Wong. He will stop there. So there's runners here at second and third. Thought that one wasn't hit too hard, but a ball not hit too hard here at Fenway Park can still plug the gap and find its way to the wall for a double. So now there's runners on second and third here with 1 out. Wow, good play there by the boys. Getting to it quickly, though. Wong can't score. So second and third here with 1 out. Palmquist struggling a little. So now Wilyer Abreu will hit. It'll be a lefty-lefty matchup with 1 gone. Coming sets Palmquist. Here's the pitch to Abreu, and that's going to be fouled off, so it's an 0-1 count. 0-1 here with 1 out in the bottom of the ninth inning. 267 average, 10 home runs, 39 runs driven in, and a 7.63 OPS. Palmquist looks in for his sign. He's got it. Here comes the 0-1 to Abreu. Swinging a foul back again on a sweeper that swept back into the zone, and Abreu can only get a piece of it. So it'll be 0-2 now. 0-2 here with 1 out. Bottom of the ninth inning. go. Come on, boys, get out of it. Wonder if the Tigers beat the Yankees, and then we can say the Yankees lose. The 0-2, check swing, did he go? Yes, says home plate umpire, and that's a strikeout. Home plate umpire says Wendelstadt says that Abreu went after it, and that's a strikeout for Carson Palmquist. So that's out number 2. They say he went and out number 2. 1 strikeout for Palmquist in the game, and now the Nats are 1 out away from a victory. And the out here that could happen, just happens to be Wilson Contreras. Palmquist sets. Here's the pitch to Contreras. Contreras swinging a miss at a sweeper, and it's an 0-1 count. 0-1 here with 2 outs. Looks like the game is ended. The Yankees lose, I think. They lost. No score updates. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a fly ball. This one is on the infield. Vivas looking for it. Vivas got to find it in the sun. This time he makes the catch. Route number 3, and the Nationals win the game and the series. Yes, the Nationals are going to take this series and take the game 10-2. The Nationals get a series win. They get a game win. Final score, the Nationals 10. The Red Sox 2. As we are done with this game, the only kind of problem in this game was Cornelio giving up 2 in the 8th, but the Nationals get out of it after that, and that will end the game. Palmquist ends up working an inning. He gives up 2 hits, but no runs, no walks, and a strikeout, and that's it. So the Nationals do get the win, and they take the series. Let's go. The Nationals get a curly W. So one more time.
N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo!
The Nationals get a series win, and we'll be back on Friday to see if they can get the next series win. The Nationals take the series from the Red Sox at Fenway. Game 1 was not a great game, though. Game 1, you lose. You lose the game because of that hard outing from Michaelis. And then Cavalli has a great outing on Saturday. And today, you get Brad Lord and Andrew Alvarez, who pieced together a 7-inning outing. 2 1/3 from Lord, 2 hits, no runs. Alvarez, 4 2/3, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, no runs. So 13 hits for the boys. They get 3 different home runs. First off, you get a home run from Chaparro in the first to make the game 2-0. Really set the tone, and that's exactly what they needed. Set the tone, get 2 runs on the board, put them down early, and then Nasim Nunez in the 4th inning gets a rally going with a home run. Nasim Nunez with a tank. And then towards the end of the game, the Nationals have later in the game in the 7th a James Wood 3-run home runs. 3 different home runs. The power show was on, and the Nationals do take the series 10-2. Great series, District Nation. 3 straight night games and a matinee. Proud of you. Thank you, DN Dad. Yep. Tomorrow will be a well-deserved break. I'm going to be sitting by the pool tomorrow. So that is how I'm going to be spending my day. Listening to baseball, watching the Red Wings game probably, but not calling it. But I am going to watch the game probably. But that is how we're going to end the series. We'll be back on Friday. But the Nationals get 3 home runs in the game, a power showcase, and Lord and Alvarez really pieced together. Alvarez with a season-long outing at 4 2/3. Lord goes 2 1/3 and has a good game as an opener. So maybe we need to try Brad Lord and Andrew Alvarez piggybacking together. Do that from now on. Let that be how every 5 days is. And Lord can still work other days too. I think this was a really good strategy. It really worked for this team, and the offense really worked as well. You get runs on the board. The team puts it together on a matinee day. They get the win, and the Nationals take a series win. Dan says, great stream, District. Thank you, Dan, for those nice words. But what a stream and what a series. The Nationals take it. They take 2 in a row now at Fenway, and they will return home on Friday to face the Pittsburgh Pirates. But luckily, they dodge the main guy, Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens pitched yesterday, so he won't pitch during the National Series. He'll pitch that Monday when he leaves D.C. So that will end today's stream, everybody. Final score, the Nationals 10. The Red Sox 2. The Nationals get into double digits. They get an 8-run lead. The Nationals get it done. Let's go. The Nationals did exactly what they needed to do. They put runs on the board. So we're going to go ahead and head over to... Who are we going to head over to? Ooh, JJ's streaming right now. And JJ's doing the Padres-Cubs game. All right, maybe we'll head over to JJ's stream. Or let's just go over to... JJ or PAS? Well, let's go to PAS because PAS has a Mets game going, and that's an NL East matchup. Looks like Mets, Blue Jays. So let's go over to PAS for the time. Let's go to PAS. There's your redirect link. I will see you all soon. We're headed over to Pure Adrenaline Sports. He's doing some NL East baseball. So head over there. Check out NL East baseball. Click on that redirect link. And one more thing. Go vote CJ Abrams. So that's on the board one more time. That's where I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all so much. I'll leave this on the screen for a minute if you want to vote. If you haven't just yet, scan that QR code, gonutmemo.com/vote. But thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. You can pause the screen if you need to over there, but thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all soon. Coming this Friday, Pirates Nationals with more baseball. I'll see you all soon. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Final score, Nationals 10. Red Sox 2 will be back this Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Friday. Now head over to PAS. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.